Oh, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream where everyone questions what I am. Hello, I am your host, Buncisoup, a streamer with identity crisis. Well, hello. It's absent semua. Chung chung yang udah datang. Hi, hello. Today we're gonna watch Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope Countdown launch. Yippee! Another rocket launch. Yay! Oh my god. Malam Senin, how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Nancy Roman. I did a whole pre-reading. Technically I did not open the Wikipedia. I just watched the science conference event from yesterday. Kemarin tuh, I know I said maybe we're gonna have a watch along in the server with about that one science conference event. Cuma kayak I got home yesterday and I was so tired I fell asleep. Yay, Ayana! Welcome. Oh my god, thank you for the gift. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god. We haven't started and I'm feeling already jittery. I'm excited. Aku tuh tadi I was watching the conference and as usual sambil aku nonton konferensi aku nggak sengaja I commentate over it as usual. Okay, what do you mean they use this? They do this, they do that. What? Do you know it's gonna take 100 days from launch to reach Lagrange point, the second one? So it's gonna orbit on L2. But they don't have to wait until they reach L2 to start the observation, so you can start getting data. They can start commissioning the observatory even during the way to reach L2. I mean, it's L2, it's fine. It's not really that far. Itu bukan kayak L3 or, the other side of the sun. So, halo kakak, halo, halo. Hi, Hangkami, welcome, welcome. Well, yeah, because we're gonna do a watch along. I just, on the last minute, I thought it's funny if I pull out this scene again. Breaking news! Yeah! Oh my god, this is so exciting. Because I thought I had to wait until Artemis 3 to do another rocket countdown watch along. Even on Artemis 2 countdown watch along, I did it last minute. I remember it was like 6 a.m. our time. Jam 6 pagi anjay, lama banget. Lama banget, pagi banget. Because I actually set alarm on like 5 a.m. and did the whole thing last minute. Even then, aku tuh pas last minute nonton Artemis 2 tuh, aku harus update Nvidia dulu segala macem. It was chaos. So hopefully I'm a little more prepared now. And I already have this the live stream on my other screen. So yay! Fun. Nothing yet. Masih 20 minutes. Yeah. It's very interesting karena aku nggak expect I did not expect Nancy Roman to be this early. I thought it's gonna be next year or so. Daily dulu. Wait the fuck. No, wait, jangan nanti. I'm I'm, I'm not risking crashing. They, I am not beating reverse 99 streamer. It's not allegation if I actually do it, but what do you mean every stream I play reverse 99? But yeah, nanti maybe 10 minutes before or 5 minutes before, whichever it is, ntar kalau mereka udah mulai nyalain streamnya, we're gonna move to the other scene. Scene Watchalong seperti biasa. Yep. Nice. Oh my god. Apa ya? What was I about to say about Nancy Roman? Oh yeah, I mentioned it's supposed to be next year. So apparently I wasn't tripping when I see, oh yeah, in a few days they're gonna launch Nancy Roman. Aku kira kayak I thought I was tripping, but no, apparently they're 9 months ahead schedule and under budget. That's crazy. I thought US are cutting fundings for uh at least I heard about it for James Webb Space Telescope, but I guess it's working well for Nancy Roman. So it's kind of nice watching the science conference. Maybe I should do it more often because they're all nerds. I'm just a casual nerd and they're professional nerd. They're paid to do this. Udah banyak gebrakan aja ini. Ah, gebrakan apa? What did I do? For the record, I'm not smart. I'm just excited. I know nothing. I know almost nothing about this, and I'm just excited. And yay! Rocket launch. Don't you like having countdown? It's exciting. That's why people do New Year countdown. I don't do New Year countdown for. I think it's lame. 'Cause it sucks. It's just kayak it's just apa namanya ya? Oh no, time is passing. Terus kayak if you're doing like scientific paper, you got you the limit for the things you saw increases. So I think it sucks. What do you think about butterfly nebula? I don't know what is that. See, I told you I'm dumb. You can enlighten us by the way, don't worry. Wait, I can't hear chat. Huh. Nggak masuk ya, bentar. I just realized. Is buncis reference to kacang buncis indeed? I'm gonna restart Tikfinity and see yum. Oh iya, tadi aku makan sop buncis. Stickfinity on, streamer well connected. Is it connected? I have to check. Okay, is OBS connected? I guess it is connected. Test. Yep, it's not working. TikTok chat still dead. Still connecting. Sambal buncis, huh? What do you mean? Test again? Let's test again. Masuk nggak? Masuk. Okay, now I can see TikTok chat. Let's go. Oh yeah, hi. By the way, for you who's new here, hi, I'm Buncis. I stream at 3 places at once. Hai, aku Buncis. Aku stream di 3 tempat sekaligus. Hello. And today we're gonna do Nancy Roman Space Telescope Rocket Launch Countdown. Again, I'm your host, Buncisoup, and I don't know what I am. Everyone keep asking. Every different stream, orang tuh nanya, kakak lulusan apa sih? Kakak lulusan astronomi ya? No. I am just excited. Not even a fully blown nerd. I'm just excited. Menurutmu lebih dulu Neil Armstrong atau Yuri Gagarin? Yuri Gagarin? What do you mean? Of course. Buncis pengacara. Pengangguran banyak acara. Oh yeah, I guess I tweeted about it. Aku sekarang pengamen. Pengangguran banyak main ke event. Yuri Gagarin itu yang pertama kali ke space kan? It's different. Yuri Gagarin kan yang pertama keluar atmosfer, I guess. Depending on what you call spaces maybe. I don't remember much. But Neil Armstrong is the one who stepped on the moon first. So I think it's different. Yeah. Also different country. Jadi kayak ininya beda. It could be like tribalism, apa namanya, argument right there. Jadi kalau kamu nanya Russian or kamu nanya American, the one they're rooting would be different. Yeah. Kalau sampai space, nah itu beda lagi karena kadang-kadang where is space? Kayak limitnya space itu apa? Sometimes you can't really tell. Because it's arbitrary limit. Setipis apa atmosfernya you're gonna call it space? At one point, well, of course it's space, but at which point you are still in atmosphere? Hmm. Kalau aku mikirnya gitu, I don't know, maybe they have the answer now. But I think it's just a human nature to put things in boxes. What do you think? Is it better to take informatics engineering or Japanese literature? What do you mean by better? If you ask better or not, there's a benchmark. Ada parameternya. Uh, dari segi apa? Pengamen kayak kurang keren. Right. Oh my god. We still have like 13 minutes pengen gacha fakultas kak. Oh. Oh, lagi daftar. Wait, Agustus masih daftar? Oh, tingkat akhir, kelas akhir ya, oke. Hmm, sastra Jepang atau eh, the thing about IT is there are so many types of it. Ada sains informatika, teknik informatika, all those kind of stuff. I don't understand about that. Ayana can explain it better, of course. Masih bingung, anjir, laptop aja belum ada. Kalau dari segi dapat kerjaan, kayak the thing about getting a job, depending on your field, I think it kind of depends on uh, do you want to stay in the field or not? And this question can only be answered once you're inside it. But also, um, uh, kayak kamu mau dapat kerjaan dari bidang yang kamu jalanin pun, it it also depends on a lot of things, you know. I already forgot what I was about to say, kayak coding gitu. Ya ya. But like there are a bunch of stuff though. Ada macam-macam juga tetap. Jangan FK ya adik-adik. Healthcare is a scam. No, let's not say that. I am taking my third sip of coffee. So I'm gonna be mildly caffeinated throughout all this. FK apa? Fakultas kedokteran, right? Ah, anyway, kalau kalau bidang itu juga yang mempengaruhi pilihan kerjaan sama bidang itu lebih ke do you want it to be very specific? Kalau if it's specific enough, it's clear what can you take. Jadi contohnya misalkan kamu ambil FK, oh aku pasti jadi dokter. Sedangkan kalau katakanlah if you take biology, uh, it's a little harder because you have more options, but also uh, apa namanya? You will get more competitor. Lebih banyak kompetisinya. Nah ya, orang bilang jurusan teknik itu santai adalah benar. Santai banget, oh my god. Santai sekali. Definitely. Oh my god. Krik banget gak ada ininya. Kayak Mas Sowo lagi pidato. Damn. Saya I don't know what to say about that one. Oh yeah, I wanted to turn on the BGM tapi aku belum save yang baru. There's like a new oh, what is it? Did you say me something? Mas Uwu? Okay, this is getting dangerous. 10 more minutes, 10 menit lagi. The main live streams. Yeah, we're gonna switch direction soon. Ntar dulu. I want to turn on Naresu's new BGM. I haven't downloaded it to my... Aha, wait. Okay. Welcomes. Hello everyone. We're gonna do apa namanya? We're gonna do Nancy Roman Space Telescope launch countdown. Yeah. Hold on. Where is my agak berantakan Windowsku because I have to open so many tabs right now. Kind of crazy. OBS. This one and that one. Reverse lagi ultah. Ada karakter baru siapa itu? Rhiannon, Miss Stranger, Coppelia, you got 3. Yang satu gratis, yang satu limited, yang satu belum second half. Jadi apakah yang belum punya Rhiannon sudah punya Bianon? Rhiannon, kok gue ngomong apa sih? BTW, VA-mu yang satu paling keren loh. Oh, thank you. Hey. Rhiannon bagus nggak buat Beryl? Rhiannon is good for everything so far ya. She's the most meta, I think. Because dia support. And Yung need support. We have a lot of DPS, now we have support. Dan dia support yang bisa ke beberapa, more than one archetype. I think all of the current archetype. Current ya, I don't know what's gonna happen for the upcoming archetype. Surely there are more. Karena kalau nggak salah Miss Stranger, I think Miss Stranger gonna have new archetype, right? Hi, Decaf. Oh my god, even on randoms. Aku mau Meryl bukan. That is so real. Wait, actually that is so real. That is one of the complaints people have. Oh my god, ntar. I need to, sebelum ininya mulai, I have to fix this first. Where do I put my BGMs? Not as this new BGM, okay. What this is called? These two shall pass. It's a newer one. There you go. Okay, you can hear it. Okay, good. So far, kita nyalain ini dulu sampai nanti until we start the other screen. Yeah. Like the thing about Rhiannon is they don't really give us time to warm up to Rhiannon because it's different person. Also, wait, about new apa sih namanya? About reversed karakter yang udah kena reverse, the one that's swept by storm. I think I low-key wanna cosplay Paulina. Because yesterday I went out with my friend. Aku kemarin ke apa namanya? I went to Block M and Majestic. It was so cool. I don't think I have actually explored the areas, so it was my first time exploring Majestic and Block M. We ate and buy teas and stuff. Terus kayak pertama kan kita makan dulu di Block M, and then we went to Majestic because my friend wanna find clothes, right, to make stuff. What's up, mommy? I don't remember giving birth to you. So jadi aku ke Majestic and she went to this one shop. They don't have that much fabric, but we get there, and there are a lot of accessories there. Banyak aksesori buat for clothings for tailors, you know. I get inside and damn, this is cool because it's the type of shop there's cluttered, it's kind of rustic and old and low-key dirty. It's very cramped, and then I go further inside, like damn, okay, apparently it's very big. And then my friend told me, Buncis, this is bigger than you thought. Really? You can still go deeper. Okay, so you go further in, and apparently I still can go much further in. It is so big, and the crazy thing is, I don't get signal in there. My phone's dead. And there are so many nooks and crannies and stuff. Basically, you can have a whole ass murder mystery in it. I think it could be like a cool setting for a game. Amazing. I love it. I like old shops. 4 minutes. Should we move? To the person? Shall we? Oh wait, I have not checked the the audio track. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, that's why I was so tired yesterday. Aku jalan, I did not take car, so I took trains and public transport to get around. My feet still sore. Because I wear the wrong shoe. Kayak ternyata sepatunya nggak enak buat jalan jauh. I pick it because it's cheap. I was thinking I'm not gonna... I don't have to worry for ruining it. But apparently I'm ruining my my feet. Should I do... whatever. Okay, we can switch to the other scene. Ano ya? There you go! We're here. Kita menunggu. I already tested it and hopefully the audio gets in. Hopefully you can catch the audio. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I just think it's exciting to have countdown and see although I think Artemis project is more fun because you get because you see actual people inside the rocket. This one you're just launching observatory. It's different. But I think impact wise this is cooler. And should I do look, I wanna do kakak lulusan astronomi account. Kurang suaranya, really? Iya kah? Oh, kurang berapa lagi? Udah di atas 200% nanti distorted. It's already tua. Okay, the thing is, suara di TikTok itu udah 2 kali lipat suara di platform lain. I don't know how to fix that. It's already twice the others. Keep in mind, sometimes it can bug on your end. And I cannot fix that one. Ya udah, gak apa-apa. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Oh my god, wait. Okay, the countdown is kelihatan nggak? Anu gua. Damn, nggak kelihatan kursor gua. Waitingnya udah ini. Maybe I should turn on the cursor. Capture cursor. I should capture my cursor. Aduh! Malah mati. Fuck. Bentar. Mana anjir? There you go. It's starting. Halo. Bentar aku. Padahal aku tuh my mom actually wanted to eat outside today, to have a dinner out. Mau makan mie ayam, but this stream comes first. It's so exciting. Cio. Halo, yang baru datang. Hi. Can you hear it? Kedengeran? Okay, while we're waiting for NASA to start it, how's the audio? Kalau kekencangan, do let me know.
Our universe is a very dynamic place that puts on spectacular cosmic displays every second. With Roman's panoramic vision, we'll not only catch these events, but we'll see many at once.
Okay.
And use this to uncover the distribution of dark matter in our universe.
God damn. Kartu Jaklingko gue masuk Vision 2 kali. Another cozy game? What do you mean?
We're likely to not confirm current
Very
models,
cozy.
but to get to explore entirely new phenomena for the first time.
Sorry, salah pencet.
I think when you build an observatory that has profoundly new capabilities, the most exciting science is going to be the thing that you didn't expect.
Thank you for the gift.
Good morning and welcome to Kennedy Space Center
Yeah,
in
the
Florida,
one
where
that
we will
they,
soon launch NASA's Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope.
They
Really
keep
an exciting
repeating
time for us,
about.
and as you can see,
Yeah, we
our
have 1
iconic
hour
countdown
before
clock
countdown.
is counting
No
down for
worries, we're
liftoff
gonna be
at
here for a
7:26 a.m.
while.
Eastern Time. I'm NASA's Megan Cruz, and this is NASA's Dr. Dominic Benford, a program scientist for this mission. Dominic, you must be so thrilled today.
What is it?
Megan,
It is
I am
Nancy
more thrilled than I
Roman
can possibly
Space
explain.
Telescope
For me
launch.
and for others,
Jadi,
this journey started more than 20
kenapa naik
years
begini
ago,
sih anjir?
when we just had Roman as pencil and paper sketches, dry erase
So,
boards,
what's the word?
PowerPoint
What's the word?
presentations, and now it stands waiting on the launch pad.
To
made
explain it,
manifest
so
in
NASA
luminance and
NASA is
glass,
launching a
silicon,
new
ready to
telescope,
go to
Space
space
Observatory.
and reveal the
Kalau kamu
secrets of the
tahu
universe.
teleskop
Yeah, truly a testament to everyone who's worked on this,
antariksa,
because, again,
ada
you
Hubble.
guys have
Hubble is
designed,
very
engineered, built
popular.
a space telescope unlike any other
Maybe
in NASA's
udah
fleet.
pernah diajarin pas SD or
The
something.
Roman
Maybe you
Space
have heard
Telescope
about
is
it, Hubble
designed to
telescope.
take wide
This
view,
one, the one's
panoramic
getting
images of the
launched
universe,
today
mapping the cosmos
in an
1,000
hour-ish.
times faster than it's ever been possible before.
It's gonna be
Wow,
the
and that's just
predecessor
one
of
the
Hubble,
primary
the
instruments that are
upgrade
on,
of Hubble. Hubble is still
this,
out there, but they're
mission. And so with
also
those
launching a new one. It's called
what kind of
Nancy
mysteries are we
Grace
hoping to
Raman
uncover?
We built Roman
Space
specifically to
Telescope.
address two
Oh, do you
pressing
even
questions
singkatannya
of
apa ya?
astronomy. The
NGRST?
first is about the
Damn,
fabric
that's
of
hard.
our universe, the
But yeah.
unknowable dark matter and dark energy forces that together drove the evolution of our universe across cosmic time and will determine its ultimate fate.
Yeah, what I find fascinating is, again, that what you just talked about, dark matter, dark energy, that makes up 95% of our universe, meaning there's so much we don't know.
We
Pembawa
really
gitu
only
pihak
know
tiga.
well the 5% that we've been able to see thus far. The stars,
Honestly,
the
even
galaxies,
without
the
streaming it,
planets,
I
you
would
and
watch
me,
it, so why not
that's
stream it anyway?
5% of the total mass
Literally
of
me
the
on Artemis
universe.
2 rocket launch.
Really
Yeah, we
blows my
did
mind.
this
All the
before,
other
by the
portions
way,
we have
on
yet to
Artemis 2
discover and
launch,
learn
but it
enough
was
about.
very
And
last
that's the
minute.
second pressing
Karena itu
question.
juga
The second
on
question
Artemis 2, it was
is about planets
6
around
a.m.
other
our time,
stars,
6
called
pagi.
these exoplanets.
So, and it
What
was
we'd
really
like to
scuffed
know
on my end.
is whether there are
But
solar
yeah.
systems like our own out there, or whether ours is a common feature or a rare feature, or maybe unique.
Some really ambitious questions, but again,
Oh,
your
what the heck?
team has really
Nutupin-
developed such a great tool, and we can't wait to see it in
jamku
space
nutupin
and
countdown.
in action. And we will be with you today through launch and when we deploy Roman into space.
damn it.
And over that hour and a half, we're going to introduce you to the namesake of this mission, Nancy Grace Raman,
Yeah,
right there.
the Nancy
How
Grace
the 11-year-old girl who started an astronomy club became a trailblazer at NASA.
Oh
Plus,
my
could
God.
Roman bring us closer to finding another Earth? How its coronagraph could one day help reveal what distant worlds are made of.
I got
And
suspended.
how will Roman see dark energy and dark matter?
Oh,
Again,
reproduce
invisible
pre-recorded. It's
forces
not
within our
pre-recorded.
universe. We're going to show you with a champagne flute. That might be surprising to people, but that's a really fun demo. I can't wait to do.
It's a little early in the morning.
I
for
swear
champagne.
TikTok be like,
I don't know. We're going to celebrate. I think it's okay, Dominic. All right. So
Who's
again, a lot
tinkering
to
about
learn and
this?
a lot of ways that you can participate in
Whatever.
today's podcast. For example, if you have a question about anything we're talking about, just send it our way by tagging at NASA on Instagram, anywhere where
How
you're
do I-
watching
where
this,
do I
really.
put this?
And Dr. Benford, he's the guy who's going to answer all those questions.
okay, there you go.
Looking forward to it.
Okay, we are now 1 hour, 1 minute, and 25 seconds until
Oh, no,
liftoff
nga.
for Roman.
Gara-gara
Let's
di-store,
introduce
tadi
you
nggak
now to
kelihatan.
our team of commentators who will monitor all the critical milestones to get us to launch today. NASA's Steve Seiseloff and Jared Whitaker here in
T
Florida,
minus,
and Zachary
okay.
Lupin at SpaceX in Hawthorne, California.
We still have an hour.
Thanks, Megan, and hello, everyone. My name is Zachary Lupin, and I'm an avionics supply chain engineer here at SpaceX. And it's
Is it
awesome to
not a
see
joke? Which
Falcon
one?
Heavy back on
The
pad again
suspended
for
one?
its second flight this
No.
year.
I
And of
actually
course,
got
the historic Launch Complex 39A at the Kennedy Space Center in
notification
Florida. Now, this vehicle was developed
about
entirely by
pre-recorded
SpaceX
content or
as a
something.
heavy lift version of our proven
Oh, you
Falcon
cannot get
9
gifts and
rocket.
stuff. You know what?
Falcon Heavy's
Whatever.
debut flight was back in February 2018 and marked the first time a rocket this powerful with over 5
Shame on
million
you,
pounds of
TikTok.
thrust had been sent to space by a private company. Now, to date, Falcon Heavy has flown 12 times with 21 total booster landings, 18 reflights, and 100% mission success. Now, that first flight was a demonstration mission that carried a
I did
Tesla
mention it
Roadster
as
into
news
a
and event. It
heliocentric
is
orbit
news and
around the
event.
sun. With Starman at the wheel,
Should I just
that
put it
roadster
as
is
just
still out there
chatting?
today,
That's weird.
over 50 million miles away from Earth. And that was an unforgettable day and opened the door for operational missions, including flying military payloads, giant commercial satellites, and NASA science missions like the Europa Clipper in 2024. The Europa Clipper is NASA's largest
Salah
ever
pencet.
interplanetary spacecraft and is currently on a trajectory to Jupiter's moon Europa. The spacecraft will perform close flybys of Europa to determine whether the moon has the conditions to support life, one of the most inspiring
Wait, what is
questions
that?
in planetary
Flyby
science,
apa?
astrobiology, and frankly, humanity. And its arrival to Jupiter is expected in 2030. And we'll talk more about the incredible science Falcon Heavy has helped enable later on in the show.
Falcon?
And we're just under an hour until launch, and Falcon Heavy is getting ready to put that power and capability to work, getting the Nancy Grace Roman telescope off planet and out into space, just about 1 million miles away from Earth. And
Oh,
with
jadi
that, let's say
sekaligus.
hello to
So
Steve and
it's
Jared.
not just
How's it going,
one. They're
guys?
not launching just Nancy
Good morning.
Roman.
Thanks, Zach.
Because
I'm
I
Steve
remember
Preisler from NASA Communications, and with
they
me is Jared Whitaker. He's a
they
senior
also
vehicle
work with
systems engineer
SpaceX
from
to
NASA's
launch
Launch
it.
Services
It's not
program.
just NASA.
Jared, good to
NASA.
have you on board this morning.
Yeah, thanks so much, Steve. It's a pleasure to be here. So, vehicle systems engineer, we work with all of the engineering and analysis groups in our program. We want to make sure that there's good communication between everybody as we work through any issues that might arise during the launch campaign, and then to get
Still
us
night out
prepared
there.
for launch. Hopefully, I can
Subuh-subuh,
provide
anjir.
some context to the
It's
launch.
Excellent. And speaking
It's
of
breaking
background and
dawn.
context, we are coming up on the poll in just a couple minutes. The NASA launch manager will poll his team to see if everything is set for loading propellants, loading fuel and oxygen into the Falcon Heavy rocket there at the pad, at Launch Pad 39A. At this moment, the teams are not working any technical issues, and in fact, the weather has improved. We are currently at a 70% chance of no-go condition, a 70% chance of go conditions for weather, 70% go. And Jared, we're looking good so far. Quiet nets, we'll be listening to those throughout the morning, but definitely a good feel. Good feel.
It's good so far. Always happy to have quiet comms before a launch. Everything's
I'm gonna
green across the board
restart
so far. Not working any issues
TikTok
on
because
the
it's
launch
weird.
vehicle, which is great. But definitely overall a team effort for today between the Roman team, SpaceX, and LSP. These three teams started
LSP?
working years ago when SpaceX was selected to launch Roman Space Telescope,
Oh,
and so it's just a really exciting time to be here finally on launch day for everybody.
Excellent. We do have teams of engineers. We have our group here at the Mission Directors Center here at at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. We have SpaceX has their group at Hangar X, and of course they're in Hawthorne, where you just heard from Zachary. And Goddard has a center as well, watching over the Roman Space Telescope. As we
NASA team, this is NLM on NLNet. I'm going to be conducting the propellant load and launch readiness
yeah.
training. And just be advised that weather is trending favorably. Looks like right now we lowered from a 50% POV to 30% POV. And we're currently not tracking any issues. With that, I'd like to start with NASA CE.
NASA CE is go.
Ooh.
SMA. SMA is go. SMD. SMD is go. NASA MEM.
NASA
So
MEM is
cool.
go.
LSP.
I have no idea what they're talking about, what kind of teams are
NASA is ready
involved,
for
but
load and launch.
damn, that sounds cool.
And there we have it, Jared.
You have been warned. I am dumb.
Launch teams are ready to proceed with the propellant loading, and with that, we will go back
Ooh.
to Megan at the host desk.
What propellant are you using this time?
Just one second. I'm looking for that champagne flute.
We're going to need them soon enough.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. I mean, again, as you just heard, Steve and Jared
Champagne
say,
Flute Lady,
weather
it's in
was
the
trending at
morning.
50% go. Now we're at 70% go. So that's excellent news.
That's certainly the right direction, Megan.
Absolutely.
Let's keep it going.
Okay, I was ready with my champagne flute, but okay, we'll wait.
I know.
We'll wait a little bit. All right, now Roman is named after Nancy Grace Roman, and Dominic, she was NASA's first chief astronomer.
You know, she was somebody
Oh.
who.
So she
probably
was
designed
chief
to be a
astronomer.
leader
I
in
only
astronomy from
know,
the get-go. And
I only
at
know
age
she's
11,
a
she had
NASA
founded
figure.
An astronomy club at her school where she would take people out to view the night sky and learn the constellations. Well, that path eventually led her to
Selamat
NASA,
malam,
where she
malam,
became the
malam.
woman
Welcome.
who made all of NASA's first space observatories happen. She understood that the blurring introduced by the Earth's atmosphere
It's very
is
interesting
detrimental to
because
astronomy. If you could get out into space above
most of the
atmosphere,
head
it would be
of
so much
the
better. She likened
this
astronomers
entire
on the ground looking
project
through the atmosphere
are
like looking
ladies.
at the space
Kaya
stained
more than
glass in
half,
the
just a
sky.
little more than half of
And
it.
so she managed to get
At
all
least
these
from
missions
the
launched, including the Hubble
conference,
Space Telescope. She's known
from
for
the science
her wonderful
conference
telescope. So
yesterday.
I'm thrilled that we have a
Maybe. I'm not
telescope
sure if
named
it's
in her
common
honor.
nowadays.
And
I
speaking
didn't
of Hubble,
pay
again,
attention
yes,
on
we're saying
Artemis.
that Roman is going to join
It's
NASA's
very
already
interesting.
impressive fleet of telescopes. And you just heard us mention Hubble again. Why don't we take a picture that Hubble took back in 1995?
Pillar
Hubble
of
had launched
Creation.
in April 1990, and this is one of its most
The
iconic
legendary
pictures,
Pillar of
the
Creation.
Pillars of Creation. And then NASA's Webb Space Telescope.
Oh,
that launched in
yeah.
December 2021.
Webb also
and it
took
took
this.
a picture of that same patch of sky in 2022.
Oh yeah, I
mean,
think
Dominic,
it's a
obviously
canon
there are
event at this
differences here.
point. You just
You can
gotta
see
have to
here
take
on the
picture of
on
it.
the left with Hubble that
Okay,
these
okay.
beautiful
Maybe we're
lines are
gonna have to
iconic,
see
and
it
this is what you're
on
seeing
Nancy
is the
Roman.
surface of these pillars and the gas behind them, and they generate these beautiful colors, but you don't see inside. That's because Hubble operates in visible light. Webb operates well into the
Aduh.
infrared, where you can see through.
It died. Hold on, my stream died.
And we are go for propellant load and launch.
God damn it.
Pausing
good
there just
news.
really quick. Yeah, that's
It
awesome.
died.
That would be SpaceX's
Okay, it's
team
back.
polling their folks to make sure that they also are ready for launch. Go ahead, Don.
Great.
Good lord.
So on the right, we see the Webb image taken in the infrared, where you can see through those clouds of gas and dust and all the stars behind. But you also
Okay,
see
Tara.
the young
Let me.
stars forming
I'm gonna have to
inside those
spam the
pillars.
server for a bit
That's
because I
excellent
picked the
information
wrong.
by going into the infrared. So you
Okay.
have this deep image
Sorry.
from Hubble, you have
Ah,
this detailed
it's
image from Webb. So what are you
God,
missing?
I have
The
to change
wide
it first
image, the
before.
context that gives you more
There you
information,
go.
Not just about that area, but about everything around it.
So
And so that is what
Which is that-
Roman is adding. That's the new capability
There you
that we're
go.
adding again to this.
What's
larger
going on?
fleet
Don't
of
worry about it.
telescopes.
Tara,
And so the three of them together can operate in
I
concert
misclicked.
in ways that we haven't been able
Let
to
me
before.
remove it,
So imagine
sorry.
that iconic Hubble image, but then
Does
zoom
it trigger?
out to 100 times the field of view.
Oh, it
This
doesn't.
is what Roman
Good.
gives us. It
It doesn't
serve
spam.
with Hubble and Webb to be more powerful than any of them individually.
Beautiful, beautiful images. Again, incredible space telescopes. Can't wait to get Roman off the ground. And speaking of, NASA and SpaceX are about to start fueling the rocket. So let's check back in with our commentators ahead of this terrific milestone here. Let's go over to them now.
Thank you, Megan. It is T-minus 52 minutes.
I'm a
and
commentator
28
of
seconds.
commentators.
Everything looking good so far for an on-time launch at 7:26
Oh
a.m.
my god, I want to
Eastern
open.
time of
I
the
want to
Roman
crack open
Space
your
Telescope
bag of
aboard a
chip.
SpaceX Falcon
This is
Heavy
exciting.
rocket. The teams have given
Ooh,
their
you
go,
can
and
see
they have begun the
the sky
process
lighting up.
of getting ready to fuel the Falcon Heavy rocket. There are several
What do you use
centers,
now?
several teams watching over everything that takes place. And Jared, we're here in the Mission Directors Center at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, but this is just one of the spots
Falcon Heavy
where
tanks are venting
engineers-
for the propellant load.
where engineers such as yourself watch over.
Yeah, that's
This is
correct,
the launch
Steve. So
director
we're
with the
here at
board
AE,
instructions.
and we have the Mission
For
Director
900
Center is actually right here
stations,
behind us. A lot of the
CE or
NASA
LD,
management sits here. And
I'm
then
going back on.
in, up at Goddard,
Online
up the
there,
coast
okay.
in Maryland, there's the launch support room. That's where the Roman spacecraft team will be for today to make sure that the spacecraft is happy and healthy to be ready for launch today. And then they also see and there they are.
Thank you
on
for the
screen,
follow. Welcome,
the
welcome.
mission
Sorry, tadi
operations
mati.
room.
Bentar,
That's
disuruhin
where the
satu
team
yun.
will actually be conducting the science, the Roman engineers and analysis folks.
And
See,
throughout
see,
all of
it's
this, we'll
not.
be
It doesn't
monitoring
look
the
as
technical loops,
exciting
and
as
of course,
Artemis 2. They
we
don't
have
give
Zach,
that much.
watching over
Hello,
proceedings as
hello,
well there in
welcome.
Hawthorne, California. Zach, how are
Is it
things looking?
spamming? Let's see. Let's check again. It is spamming. Gonna remove this.
Thanks, Steve. And I agree, these Falcon Heavy launches are always super exciting. So our next major milestone coming up is going to be the start of RP1 loading on the first stage in just about 40
Sorry about
seconds from
that.
now. Now, like SpaceX's Falcon 9, Falcon Heavy
Masih
is
sejam
a
lagi nih streaming?
two-stage launch
Yes.
vehicle. It's 27
It
Merlin
is
1D
live.
engines across the three cores
Di
together generate
NASA.
more than 5
I think
million
NASA
pounds
also
of thrust
has
at liftoff, equal to approximately 18
channel
747
di ungu.
aircraft. Now, as we await the
But
call
I'm
for
on
RP1
the red
loading, let's
platform.
take a moment to meet
It
Falcon
is.
Heavy. Now, at the top of the rocket is the payload fairing. That fairing is a protective shell that houses the payload, shielding it from aerodynamic heating until the vehicle is outside of the Earth's atmosphere. Once in space, that fairing
Oh
is
my
no longer
God.
needed, and the two fairing halves will separate and return to Earth, where they'll be retrieved
Are you
by
interested
a
in space? I do.
Has started.
I swear.
a SpaceX recovery
TikTok.
vessel to be reused on future flights. And we heard that call out just now, so we're going to start RP1 loading of that first
I'm
stage.
getting shadow banned again.
Now,
Whatever.
both of the fairing halves supporting today's mission
For
are
10
flying
minutes.
their
Don't
very
worry.
first
Don't
time
worry.
flight. And within that
Why
fairing is
purchase
the Roman
I
Space
guess.
Telescope. And here's a photo from midway through the encapsulation
Why somehow
operation,
this
just
triggers
before
that?
The fairing halves were closed in preparation for flight. Now, right below the fairing is Falcon Heavy's second stage, which houses a single Merlin vacuum or MVAC engine. And below the second stage is the carbon composite inner stage, painted white today. And inside of that is where the MVAC engine is currently housed. Now, the inner stage connects the center core on the first and second stages. And below that, we have the three first stage boosters, which make up
I don't
the
get
bottom
it.
2/3 of the vehicle. Now, those boosters are connected together at multiple points at the nose cone of the side cores, the inner stage, and the octaweb structure at the bottom.
Days and service?
And, of course,
What?
across those three boosters are those 27 sea-level M1D engines total that I
Aku
mentioned
gak pernah lihat
earlier,
solar angkasa
9
lepas
on
landas
each of those
sebelumnya.
boosters.
Oh.
Now, about 2.5 minutes into flight,
We
these
still
side
have
boosters will separate
48
and make their
minutes.
way back to Earth to perform near simultaneous landings at Landing Zone 2 and Landing Zone 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. And we're just about an hour away from all of that action, and there's still so much to talk about. So let's head back to Megan over at the Kennedy Space
Boosternya
Center.
sebelahnya udah bekas
And time
anjay.
now to introduce another member of our team today. NASA's Leo Martin is live from a nearby viewing location with her first guest, NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman.
What time does it launch?
Good morning,
Di
Megan.
sebelah.
Good morning,
Oh
Chief
shit,
Administrator
ketutup ya. Bentar ya.
Isaacman.
Aku
Huge day, a
geser
little
dulu.
bit early,
Di
but
sebelah
yet
kiri
far
atas
away,
ada
what a
tulisannya
reason to get up
T minus
quite
48
early
minutes.
on a Sunday
48
morning.
menit.
Huge day for NASA, huge day
Agak
for Kennedy,
ngeblur ya
huge
kalau
day
di
for
tempatku.
Roman. How are you feeling?
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, and I completely agree. This is a mission absolutely worth getting up for. I'm beyond excited for the NASA Goddard Spaceflight team, the NASA JPL team, literally the thousands that have come together to deliver NASA's great exploration asset right now under budget and actually ahead of schedule. This is extremely exciting. I mean, this mission could
It is
change our fundamental
exciting.
understanding of the universe. Dark matter, dark energy, maybe 100,000 more exoplanets. I mean, this is a really
NASA
exciting
live
time.
di mana?
Now,
Ada di
the
merah,
mission
ada di
actually has
ungu.
some incredibly ambitious
Ini aku nonton di merah.
priorities in space. NASA is actually key to helping us do all of those. Talk to us a little bit about what we're seeing in the national space policy and the work that NASA is doing
Yeah,
to be able to
they
deliver on
they
behalf
actually
of
do a
America.
lot of
Of course, I mean,
rocket
NASA
launch
is at the
stream.
forefront right
They
now.
even
I mean,
do
executing under
spacewalk
President
stream.
Trump's national
Jadi
space
kalau ada
policy,
astronot yang
we are
mau
returning to the
spacewalk,
moon.
they
Artemis II
stream
is
it.
just the opening act. And by the way, only a couple days ago, President Trump gives the Congressional Space Medal of Honor to those 4 hero astronauts, not to mention
yeah.
missions. A new National Space
Ada
Academy. How exciting for the next
ini
generation of
kemarin
engineers, scientists, and
penghargaan
astronauts coming.
for
But
Artemis
just
2
the beginning. We
astronauts.
got Artemis III being assembled right here in a historic landmark, the Vehicle Assembly Building, to launch next year. Artemis 4
What?
for 2028. We return American astronauts to the moon, not to
Tahun
mention
depan. What do you mean Artemis 3 next year? I thought it's gonna take a lot longer.
Assets following up Roman. We've got Dragonfly coming in 2028, a nuclear-powered octocopter to go explore Saturn's moon of Titan. I mean, this goes to the heart of what we do to try and answer the question, are we alone? And are we alone in our own solar system, let alone the galaxy around us? It's just a really exciting time at NASA.
Man, well, I think you kicked us off great. The enthusiasm is certainly infectious, and we're really excited. And so with that, Megan, we're going to say go Roman.
Go Roman.
Thanks, Leah. And thanks to the administrator. We are all very excited
You're very
about what
beautiful.
is
Thank
coming up
you.
this morning. The teams have begun loading.
I actually started watching NASA for the Earth view. Jadi mereka they install camera outside ISS, International Space Center.
That make up the Falcon Heavy stack, and of course,
And
sometimes
I watch
a
it.
little bit.
I like seeing like the Earth view from ISS, but most of the time it's just pitch black because of course it's at night.
An important process, a careful process, Jared. Good to get it right from the start, right?
Yeah,
And I used to have this some phases where I tau nggak sih ada kayak ISS Hunter. Damn, that sounds weird. But you can actually check where ISS is. Jadi kayak kamu bisa ngecek ISS tuh lagi di mana posisinya di orbit. And if the timing is correct, you can see where it is in the sky with naked eye. Tergantung cuaca juga sih. Atau mungkin pakai teleskop juga bisa. But for naked eye, you can actually see it. You cannot actually see it as ISS, tapi kamu bisa ngelihatnya as like moving star, moving speck of light. Dan kamu bisa ngeliatnya tuh during twilight zone, kayak pagi-pagi atau enggak petang. Because that's the only time it can reflect light. Kalau siang itu it's gonna be too bright, you cannot see it. So you cannot actually see ISS, but you can just see the reflection of sun.
And that is something
The shit
that,
sounds cool,
engineers
yeah.
watch very carefully throughout the design process.
I remember last time I checked it was during my dad's birthday. I didn't end up finding it though, or actually waking up early enough for it.
Over to you in Hawthorne,
But yeah,
California.
I just tell my dad, you can see ISS on your birthday at this hour, at this angle. What zone? Oh yeah. Hey yo, welcome. Rocket launch stream, let's go. Yeah, let's go. We still have like 43 minutes of this yapping before we can actually go to the rocket launch. So yeah, let's think about this as yapping stream. Also, I'm low-key suspended. I'm shadow banned, not suspended. I'm shadow banned on TikTok. Because it detects, reproduced content, whatever. Is it live? Currently, yeah. And it's live on NASA. How many man? Where are you? You're on Purple App, yeah. It also has channel there.
And in the 10 years since that mission, we've flown several more.
NASA also multi-story.
And here's a couple
It's like me, for real.
The double asteroid redirection test mission.
Pilotnya berapa orang, tujuannya kemana? This is nggak berawak. This is not crewed, so it's controlled
in simple terms,
from
a
Earth.
spacecraft about the size of a vending machine slammed into a small asteroid millions of miles from Earth on purpose, and it successfully changed the asteroid's path. And you can see footage from the mission on screen. Now, overall, DART provided real-world data for defending Earth against potential asteroid impacts in the future. And one more highlight, in 2024,
A drone, yeah, basically a drone. Karena ini satelitnya jauh. It's not gonna orbit Earth. Jadi, okay, I'm gonna explain how orbit works. So we know Earth orbits Sun. Jadi bumi kan mengorbit matahari and Moon orbits Earth. But the thing is, if there are two objects orbiting the other, oh yeah, see, this is L2 point. They're explaining it right now.
On the opposite side of Earth from the Sun, which is approximately 4 times farther from
Yeah,
Earth
so the
than the Moon.
orbit is all the way over there.
A great example of how the power of Falcon Heavy enables incredible science and discovery
Wait, what is that?
way off planet. And it's the next chapter in a growing
it's
partnership
Sun.
between SpaceX and NASA's Launch Services program that will continue to have real-world scientific impacts for years to come.
Okay, I'm gonna explain what is L2.
At the Kennedy Space Center.
Jadi, there are places around Earth that is orbitally stable. Jadi stabil secara orbit. Dan kalau kamu taruh barang di situ, it's gonna collect there. It's not gonna get blown away atau kayak drifting into the space. Technically, it can still drift away, and it will. That's why you need thrusters to adjust the positioning
the logo
once
that
in a
we use for
while.
this mission.
Well, that makes sense.
Nama
And actually,
istilahnya adalah
it's really
Lagrange
interesting to
point.
point out that this is
It's
a two-scale model. Like, this
orbitally
is the shape,
stable
size, everything.
That's it.
between
That's exactly what it
two
is like.
Yeah, that's amazing. And then
two
this next one
objects.
over here, right
Yang
behind
salah
us,
satunya
this is
ngorbit
the
yang lain. Contohnya kalau
coronagraph.
Yes.
we
So
have
that's a subscale
Lagrange
model.
points
The
between
actual
Earth and
is
Moon,
the
but
chronograph
also
instrument
we
is
have
about the size
Lagrange
of a
point
3D
between
grand
Moon
piano.
and Earth.
And it has in it a
And
complex
this
set
one,
of
untuk ini
optics
particularly,
that
ini
carefully
Lagrange pointnya
adjust
itu
the
antara
movement
bumi
of
sama
Earth's
matahari.
behavior
We have
to suppress the light of the
between
star
two
so we can see the
objects,
reflected
Lagrange
light of
pointnya
the
itu
planet
ada
orbiting
berapa ya?
that
5.
star. This is
Yeah,
probably the
Lagrange
most
point. We have
complex
5
scientific
Lagrange
instrument
point
NASA
between
has
Moon
ever
and
made.
no,
We'll
between
definitely
Sun
talk
and
more about
Earth.
it because, yes, it's
Definitely.
so
Yang
impressive.
the
And
first
so
Lagrange
both
point
these
is
instruments
between
are
Moon
on
and
the
Earth,
spacecraft, which
and the
obviously
second
isn't
one
to scale.
is the
This is
opposite of
under
it.
the model.
Small model of the spacecraft, and you can see
Dan
here
and
at the front
the other
end is the
3
telescope that brings all
itu
the
kayak
light
ngiterin
in
matahari,
and
so it's
feeds
on the
into
other
these
side
instruments. On this side,
of
we
the
have the
sun.
chronograph. On the far
Terus
side,
kayak
the wide field
sepertiganya dari
instrument.
situ
They
ke bumi.
observe together. Now,
I don't know
this
how
is
to
actually
explain
too
it, but
large to fit into the fairing.
you
It has
can
to be
Google it.
folded. Those
I don't
solar
think I
arrays
can
that
show it right
the
now
cover are folded so that we don't have to well,
without
we have to
stopping
fit
the
inside
live stream.
fairing. This is 18,000
But yeah.
pounds, the size of a school bus in reality.
Wow.
So normally
Okay,
people
yeah, I
put
really like the way you
satellite
break
on
things down.
Lagrange
That was really
point.
good, Dominic. Thank you so much.
Normally it's
Okay, so time now
Sun
to bring back
and
Leah,
Moon
who's
Lagrange
just
point.
across, from Kennedy's
So
iconic
it doesn't
vehicle
get
assembly
drifted
building
off.
with
Sedangkan kalau
Roman
Lagrange
senior
point
project
antara
scientist
bulan
Leah.
sama bumi itu,
Megan, we
I think it
are
moves a
joined here,
lot.
like you said, by
So
Dr.
if you
Luca
put
Emery.
satellite on L1, no, I mean
many of our
L2
science
point,
missions
Lagrange
focus on
point,
things
second
that we
one,
can see. We look at stars, we look at the sun, we
it's
even look
gonna
back on our-
orbit on the
our own
other side
planet
of
and
Earth. Jadi kayak
asteroids.
membelakangi
This
matahari, and
mission
it
is
can
actually
go,
focused on
it can
things
look
we
deep
can't
into the
see. What is
into the
significance
space
of that? Why are we
without
doing
getting
that? And what do you think it's going to help
blocked
us
by the
learn?
sun. That's why they normally put and it's always night for our in our perspective. It's always night for them. So it's good for deep space observatories, seperti James Webb Telescope and Gaia Telescope. And now they're putting it's radio telescope. Is it? I don't think it's radio. Wait, I think it's infrared.
How the structure in our own universe has grown.
So they have
we can
like
use that to measure how our universe
apa
itself
namanya
has
ya?
expanded over cosmic time.
They have
And when you
ranges.
combine
It's
those two
normal
pieces of
light.
information, we can get at the heart
Does it cover
of the
normal
nature
light? I don't think
dark
so. I think
matter.
it's
This is
infrared.
matter that does
It
not
covers
shine in
almost
light,
the
so
same
it's
range as
invisible.
Hubble, I think.
And dark energy, which is some
Kalau
weird
James
property of the universe that
Webb
pushes
is in
things
on the other side, kayak lower ultraviolet,
You,
but this one is
have explained this. I've
infrared.
listened to so many of the talks that you've given, and
I don't know about Gaia though,
really
because
heard the
Gaia is
animation in your
from
voice when you
European.
discovered these concepts that are very big. What is it particularly that you think is so
I
exciting?
like this lady.
About this
Just
mission
very
for you
excited about this.
personally?
She's so cute.
I'm really excited. Well, I'm excited about lots
See,
of things. I mean, obviously, I would
just
have
when
worked
I
on it
just
for years if that wasn't the case. But
I love her.
find, the scope is extraordinary. We just have huge numbers of things. I mean, we will do a survey of our own Milky Way galaxy and find 20 billion stars. That would make it the largest catalog of astronomical objects that's ever been
Also,
produced.
what I
It'll
find
give us an
exciting,
exquisite
they
view
were
into
explaining about
archaeology
apa sih
of our
namanya?
own galaxy. And that's just one,
Chroma.
science
Wait,
case. You know,
let
who
me
doesn't
read back.
want
I
to? Well,
actually
I
yapped
personally
about it
can't
a
imagine
little.
not wanting to understand
Loko.
how the universe itself actually works. And then we're going to do an amazing survey.
Mama, what is
of
it called?
Hundreds of millions of stars in our galaxy. We're going to point at a patch of sky, and every 12
Coronagraph. Yeah, it's called coronagraph.
So we're going to have this incredible movie.
Unbelievable.
The report is like, is it big?
Find with those, you know, we're not going to just monitor several hundred million stars. We're going to use those data to find.
I think it's okay because you have Miss Julie to explain as the.
And we're going to go back to you.
Karena Julie yang jadi narasumbernya, she's gonna yap about it.
Away from launch, let's get a status update on the launch countdown from Steve and Jared.
Thank you, Megan. Weather forecast is looking good. Well, it's improving anyway. We are currently at a 70% chance of go conditions this morning. So far, everything's pointing to an on-time liftoff at 7:26 a.m.
Maybe I should
Eastern Time
put
of
on
the
my
Space
vertical
Telescope.
dock. fix this karena they don't like
Jared,
me
what
doing
we've,
this. When is the
we're of
launch?
course watching
Mana
the
ya
weather
countdownnya?
on
Where's
the
the
ground
countdown?
here, watching
It was
the
supposed to
weather
be on
through
the
flight
oh yeah,
path,
in half an hour.
But you also want to keep an eye on conditions in space.
It's still in half an
Yeah,
hour.
that's for sure. Yeah, so there's a thing that we call COLA, or
So well,
collision avoidance, and it's pretty much
jadi
just what
so
it sounds like.
my
You
stream
wanna
is
definitely avoid
1.5 hour earlier than the launch because they start the stream 1 hour before launch.
a few hours before launch. They actually track everything in space from things the size of satellites all the way down to something the size of a baseball.
And you know, when you think of a baseball, pretty small compared to a rocket like this, but a baseball traveling at 17,000 miles an hour could do a lot of damage.
It's gonna take 100
And
days
so we're
to reach
keeping an eye
L2.
on that, and
Dari
also keeping an eye
launch
on
sampai
the
Lagrange
flight
2 tuh
path up
masih
ahead
1 hari.
is, Zach and
It's
his
not
team
gonna
at
be like
Hawthorne,
tomorrow
California.
or next week. No, it's 100 days. It takes a lot longer than Artemis 2. Artemis 2, I think, takes like 30-ish hours or so to reach moon. And then back, it was a week mission.
RP1 loading and 10 minutes for locks.
They're just going around the moon.
Our fuel loading is
Damn.
done in phases, and that's very intentional.
Dibandingkan, compared to science fiction, we're kind of primitive. Like, what do you mean we just send people out to the moon and back?
Perform fuel loading of our stages, we need to very closely monitor the changing temperatures of those
And
stages.
like relative to space voyages and exploration and wah, apa sih istilahnya in Star Wars, the light speed jump thingy, the hyperdrive? Yeah,
When
that
a
one.
payload represents years of work and hundreds of millions
We have
of
an
dollars
FTL tech.
in investment, the launch vehicle has to deliver every time. SpaceX has
Also,
spent
I'm
more
very
than a decade
interested
building that
because
kind of
the
dependable performance, which has given NASA reliable
apa tuh?
access to space
in
across
like
a
in
wide
Project
range
Hail
of mission
Mary,
types. By flying
they
boosters
do like
multiple
this.
times, SpaceX has lowered the cost of access
They kind of
while increasing
skip the whole
amount of
how
flight
do you
heritage
make it
available for
light
critical
speed
NASA payloads like the Nancy Grace Roman telescope today. Now, this kind of reliable launch
space
access
travel
is what
by
turns
using
ambitious
the
science concepts into actual data and discovery.
astrophage.
And SpaceX will continue to provide this
Faster than light.
capability safely and consistently.
I don't think you can go faster than light though, as
Megan over at the Kennedy
I
Space
think for travel.
Thank you to our
Just,
launch
I think we should just go straight to teleport at that
Center led
point.
the assembly and testing of Roman, which of course, no easy feat, right? Imagine building a camera the size of a school bus, launching it on top of a rocket, sending it out
maybe we can be faster
away,
than light,
and
but
expecting it to take
it
pictures
doesn't
precise
it
enough
doesn't
to
feel
study
right.
large portions of
Mundane
the
tech,
universe.
holy shit.
Well, it took hundreds
Even
of
in Hail
people
Mary,
years to
they're
figure
not
this
faster
out.
than
So,
light.
of course, a big
They're
part of making
almost
sure
at the
Roman was
speed of
ready to
light.
go was to simulate the intense vibrations of lift.
So they actually
You see
took
video here,
the
Roman on massive
they took
shaker tables at Goddard.
apa ya namanya, waktunya tuh sesuai waktu perjalanan
The
cahaya.
deafening roar of launch. And then finally, a thermal
They just took
vacuum
liberty with
testing
the relativity,
chamber
so
that
it
resembles the
feels
extreme
faster
temperatures in space.
for
And then in
the
June, Roman was driven to Baltimore and put onto a
for the
barge
crew.
and arrived 9 days later here at
Which
Kennedy
other way
Space
slow
Center.
things down,
NASA
yeah.
Steve Seiseloff shows us the spacecraft's final stop here before it got packed into the Falcon Heavy rocket.
Kayaknya itu secara relatif dari observer ya. Wait, no, not observer. If you observe inside the moving
and we are in front of the
apa sih
PHSF,
namanya?
which stands for Payload Hazardous Servicing Facility.
The moving
We
object.
are on the outside of this building. It's obviously huge.
What
We're
is
going to
this?
take you inside and show you why it's so important for a spacecraft like the Roman Space Telescope to come here right before launch.
Oh, what is that?
Anybody who comes close to the Roman Space Telescope has to put on a lot of protective gear.
Why?
Ryan, I guess this is because when you first open the instrument to find out what's out in the cosmos, you don't want to find somebody's fingerprint.
Oh,
Along with fingerprints, we're
you
worried
want it to
about
be
things
sterile.
like hair and skin particles coming off of humans. So while we're in here working on the spacecraft, we wear these full
Oh
body
yeah,
covered
that's
suits.
important too.
One of the new additions related to
Because this
the Roman
reminds
Space
me of
Telescope is
the
upgrading the air shower for this
Mars
facility.
probe thingy,
Blows nice clean air
the
across
Mars
us without
rovers,
any extra
and
particles
some
off of
people
us.
were afraid that when we're trying to find when we're trying to find life on Mars, and apparently it's just a contamination from our stuff. Hold on,
Well,
aku
once
telepon.
Roman shows up, we need to make sure that it survived its journey across the country. So we did a long functional test for the electrical and computer systems on it. After that, we moved into the fueling operations to put the fuel into the spacecraft, which can be quite hazardous. We use a special fuel called hydrazine for this particular mission. We have to work pretty hard to make sure that our technicians are safe while they're working with it. The PHSF is basically the last place where we get hands-on with the spacecraft before it goes to launch. So that means that it's the last chance we have to make sure everything's working. It's also when the spacecraft's at its most vulnerable. So we need to make sure that this building will not in any way impact the science that the RST is going to do.
Aku nanya makan apa? I'm deciding what to have for dinner. Nice.
A lot of missions have been serviced right over there in the same place the Roman is now. What are some of those missions that stand out to you?
The Mars rovers, Curiosity and Perseverance, both of those have come through this facility. It was uniquely suited to support their radioactive fuel that was on board, and also the cleanliness that was required.
Excellent. Well, thanks for walking us through, Ryan. This is a unique facility, and I know there's a lot going on.
Like, this is such a this is a unique problem we don't really think about when you think about space space exploration. Because we don't want
so the first one is
contaminate it with ourselves.
And they said, I have to know, why are the main imaging
this from our space
sensors
objects
in
travel
that
it was so fun,
pattern
right?
and not laid out like a rectangle?
That's a great question. A typical telescope focuses at its best at a point. The Roman Space Telescope was designed for a wide field of view, and so we use a different optical design where the best focus is actually a circle. And that's where you get the sharpest images. And what you see here is an arc that's a segment of the circle that we've illuminated. We could have made it rectangular, but it would have been slightly blurrier at the upper corner and not as good. So we've made it this way because that's the sharpest image that we can get over such a wide field of view.
That was a really great question because, again, people might just think, well, you know, like we can, you know, make a nice design for it. Maybe this is what you want Roman to be known and thought of as, but really there's a scientific reason for it.
This is the optimal way of building this instrument.
Perfect. Great question.
Oh, wait,
Again, keep
right.
them coming. All you have to
It's
do
rectangle.
is tag at NASA wherever you're watching this.
Huh.
And actually, now we have a question.
Wait,
for
that's actually
you,
interesting because I remember James Webb
what are you most
is
excited
hexagonal.
for Roman to study?
That's
And
why
we're
you
gonna
have
give
like
you 4
6-sided
options.
flare.
The first being the
So
dark
is that
energy
does
and
it mean
dark
we're gonna
matter
get like
questions. How did
4-sided
the
flare
universe form
for
and
Nancy
evolve?
Roman?
The second one about planetary systems. How common are solar systems like our own?
Ooh.
The third for supernovae. These are exploding stars that we can see with
Ooh,
Roman
what am I most
halfway
excited for
across the
Roman to
universe
study?
and use it to understand the universe. And then
I
finally,
think I'm more interested in black hole and dark energy and dark matter.
so hard to detect,
Because we're on the
Roman can
cutting
find
edge
them
of
using
dark
its
energy and dark
wide
matter.
vision.
We have most questions there.
Choose, but we are asking you to
For
choose. So
black
go to
holes,
NASA's
I
Twitch
think
account to vote. We're looking
black
forward
hole
to sharing
might
the results
be
at the end of today's broadcast. Okay, and we're also
Papaya.
so thrilled to see so many of you.
We
on
might
this
find
journey
black
with
holes
us.
coincidentally.
Already more than 1.3 million of you decided to send
Edges
your
of
name to
universe.
space with
Ah.
Roman. And that includes the Artemis II crew, actually, as well as a few
Hello.
of the Artemis
Meet you again.
III astronauts. All names are uploaded to an SD card, and that card is part of that commemorative plaque you
What?
see on your screen there. It is affixed onto the spacecraft. And
Damn.
actually, speaking of Artemis, it's full speed ahead as teams get prepared for the next crewed Artemis III
Is there
mission
actually
next
remnants
year.
of Big Bang? Ah.
The Artemis II crew has officially passed the baton.
How many minutes
NASA
left?
astronauts Randy Bresnik,
Berapa menit lagi?
Andre
Coba.
Douglas, and Frank Rubio,
Oh, 27
as well as
minutes.
European Space Agency astronaut Luca Parmitano will fly next year on Artemis III. They will get to space the same way as their predecessors.
Oh my god,
Inside an
Artemis 3 is next year. Oh,
Alliance
cepet banget
NASA
anjir.
Space Launch System, or SLS rocket. Teams are already assembling parts of that rocket as we speak. They are stacking the twin solid rocket boosters inside NASA's Kennedy Space Center's vehicle.
I guess it's not
assembly building,
that
and before
hard
RS-25
since you
engines,
already know
those
what's
arrived
they're
at the
only
spaceport
revising whatever we got from Artemis 2, which I don't actually watch the
As for
conference.
Orion, technicians already installed its heat shield, and now it is attached to its service module, which supplies the spacecraft with electricity, propulsion, and air and water. Kennedy's launch team already hard at work, conducting monthly
Tapi I
countdown
actually don't
simulations
know
to
what
make
they're gonna
sure
do with
they're ready for
Artemis
launch.
3. Because
Artemis
I
3 will
don't
take
think.
the 4 astronauts into low Earth orbit to
Low Earth?
practice docking with test versions of commercial
Oh.
lunar landers.
Okay.
Towards landing Artemis 4 astronauts.
Oh, so they're testing landing first. Yeah.
Artemis Moon Minute. two companies developing those lunar
Okay,
landers
okay.
are Blue Origin
So
and
Artemis
SpaceX.
2 is
In addition to
testing
docking,
the
up to 2
long-term
astronauts
flight.
may enter the Blue Origin lander to
Hmm.
experience the crew cabin and its environment. Zach and Hawthorne now has more
So
on
they're still
SpaceX's
in lower Earth orbit. Okay. Damn, so a while since
The Artemis 3
until
mission
moon
is the
landing.
final test before
Oh my
Artemis
God.
4 attempts to put astronaut boots back on the moon for the first
Oh
time
wait,
since 1972.
so after practicing landing, we immediately goes to the actual
On the
landing.
nose
Okay.
So we can practice rendezvous and docking with the crew. One key test objective comes after docking, where we'll be able to test out maneuverability of the vehicles while connected. And this has new importance as the revamped plan for Artemis 4 uses Starship to do the burn, sending astronauts to the moon from Earth orbit. And another cool addition, NASA is putting 2 SpaceX mini lasers onto Orion to connect it to the Starlink constellation with the goal of enabling 4K imagery and video from the spacecraft while in space. Now, there's definitely
God damn, Starlink!
as SpaceX and NASA work together to send humans back to
Oh wait, I remember during Artemis 2, they actually installed a whole bunch of cameras. I remember, oh, they equipped the astronaut with iPhones. And oh, we're using, I forgot which brand they're using for the camera though.
About it like this. Our production team, they actually made us these special glasses. You're going to notice just very small holes for our eyes. These focus our views, so right now all I can see is actually myself on camera because that's how production and live TV works. So, but I can only see that, right? I can't even tell that Dominic is next to me if you weren't talking, Dominic.
I'm over here, Megan. But I can only see your face, and I can't see anything else around you at all.
And so what we're going to do is mimic this focused field of view for you guys at home. See, so all of a sudden we're gone, right? All you can actually see is the
glasses
top of our desk. But again, open it up. We're going to open up our glasses that we have on our faces here. Look at what widening the view does. Now I can see Dominic. Hello there.
Hello, here we are again.
We can see the desk.
Everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's
We can see
comparison between
our
Hubble
props
and
here.
Nancy
We can
Roman.
see our laptops. So explain now how that relates to Roman, why widening out our view is so incredible.
Megan,
Damn,
we're
marketing
able to
team,
get
let's
a
go.
big picture. And by that, I mean the quality is in the quantity of data. Rather than looking at one object and understanding it, we want to understand the host of objects, understand the big picture of the universe writ large.
And also, you know, I've heard Dr. Julie McHenry say this all the time, you know, our universe is such a dynamic place that it's so hard to capture it all.
The
at once.
glasses look
Actually,
3D
Roman
printed.
will allow us to capture more.
Well, there are objects in the universe that are changing all the time, every second. Stars and galaxies that you have to know to look at. But we have a wide field of view, so we'll be looking at millions of them all at once and understanding them in an entirety.
Wide, but still very detailed. How do we accomplish that?
We had to make a camera that was able to achieve the same kind of detail, sharpness of image that you get with the Hubble Space Telescope, but with a much wider field of view that allows us to capture all those celestial objects.
Oh.
We could only do this because technology has allowed us to make the largest infrared detector in the world.
This.
Indeed. And so I'm going
Like
to start
largest
by saying,
infrared
well,
detector.
everybody knows what a camera's like because they have one in their pocket every day in their cell phone. Everybody's cell phone camera has a detector. That's the part, Megan, that turns light into electronic signals that we then interpret as the actual image.
Okay.
I have here a very small detector for a modern cell phone camera. It's a 12 megapixel sensor. And the actuality of the sensor is this tiny little black square in the middle,
Right there.
That
Wow.
little bit is the optically active part that turns light into signals. That little part is everything that we have to make all the beautiful images that you can take with your cell phone. Now, Roman has to do that job over a much wider field of view. I'm going to hand this to you, Megan, and just compare it to the entirety of the Roman focal plane. That detector that you see there is 300 million pixels, and the pixels are larger. So
Oh wait, that's actually Roman's. Oh my God.
Objects halfway across.
Huh, wait, that's smaller than I thought.
We have all that same detail that you'd expect, but so much more information than we've ever been able to acquire before.
Sure. Cell phone camera, Roman. Incredible.
Exactly.
And actually, thinking about it in that way, then when Roman takes its images, I mean, at full
I still
resolution,
think
these
it's amazing
images
that
will be
they can go
ginormous.
under
The
budget.
smallest Roman images will be a billion pixels. When we take a billion
Well,
pixel image,
because
there
it makes
isn't a
more
screen
sense
on
to me
Earth
that
large
they're
enough to
ahead of
display all
schedule,
that
but
at once.
under
It's a
budget.
small image. The
Whoa.
largest Roman images will be 1 trillion pixels. If you wanted to view that on 4K monitors, you would need 500,000 of them tiling 45 city blocks to have a single large Roman image encapsulated at once.
So then how do you study an image that large? Are you going to buy all those 4K cameras and lay it out in Central Park?
Megan, I don't think we have a budget for that many monitors
Oh
necessarily.
yeah, it reminds me they're gonna have it launched.
People, concerned, interested astronomers and citizen scientists around
It's
the world
called
who would love to
Roman.
have access to this data and can help
What is it called?
identify interesting objects and can help
Roman
machine
Research
learn,
Nexus?
train
Was it?
computers how to do this so that the computers can do this for us.
Great, 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 great. Technology really advancing what we can do.
I
in
actually,
edge
Roman Research Nexus. So it's a web-based thingy, and you can log in as a group, as a team, or by yourself. I don't know how much you can commission, or is it free if you're just logging in and grabbing the images. You don't have to download the entire millions of terabytes. I don't know how much is it data from Roman. But you can analyze it on the web itself.
And we do have stage 2.
So it's fairly open for public.
Jared, we're continuing to move toward on-time liftoff.
Yeah, once again, it's still been very clean on the
U.S.
board.
Texas.
No warnings or alarms or anything coming up. Always happy to see
My
that.
Indonesian ass cannot comprehend this.
A minute and a half.
What do you
or
mean? You
so,
can use
18:30,
taxpayers' money for actual research, research, and you can see the result. What?
RP1 load and LOX load a little bit later as well for the boosters.
And we've been watching, of course, the rocket loading to boost the Roman Space Telescope. The spacecraft itself was fueled.
Terbang nih, masih berapa belas menit lagi?
About a month ago or so.
20 minutes.
With what they call hydrazine. It's a hypergolic fuel. They use that in their thrusters to what we would
We're
call
just chilling,
around that L2 point, about a
standing by until the countdown. Nanti kalau T-minusnya habis,
of a satellite out out in space, out at that Lagrange 2 point, hydrazine comes in handy just to kind of station keep in that orbit, as I understand it.
Yeah, that's right. It's for probably what I would say is like the larger movements of the spacecraft itself.
I think this observatory, we call it telescope, but it's more like an observatory. Because it's a whole ass thing. It's not just one scope. It has a lot of equipment, and you can do a bunch of you can take a whole bunch of data. So while one thing is taking image, the other can do another image processing. They have the wide view thingy, the one they just explained earlier. Yang tadi sensornya gede itu, but also they have the Corona. What was it called? Is it telescope kah? Yeah. The Nancy Roma is on the top part, I think. Yang di bawahnya itu thruster from SpaceX.
Hello there.
Yeah, that's the countdown.
Starting here as you are looking at our iconic
exciting
countdown clock.
Iconic countdown clock indeed.
Liftoff right in front of them, a crowd of people there. Oh, they have signs. Again, just a sampling of all the people who are here for. There they go. They got their cue.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
A sampling of all the people here who are on the Space Coast in Florida here for today's launch. Really excited again, as we just heard, that fueling continues with LOX loading, liquid oxygen loading into the vehicle. Nice. Again, here we are for Roman's launch. Just as again,
so yeah, the Roman Research Nexus is basically a digital workspace.
20 years in the making for you.
And,
it's been a long time getting here, Megan,
you can analyze it on the web itself, and the thing is, they have tutorials. They will have tutorials on it. So if you're a student, you wanna learning about it, you can do it on the web. Holy shit! Gue kok jadi ngerasa excited ya. That's the thing with countdown, though. You get excited. Oh my god, countdown, countdown.
The other is about the biggest questions on the grandest scale.
Excited over something just happened. You just know existing like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, basically me.
Of dark matter and dark energy. These are mysteries that Roman was designed to settle, and I cannot wait to see this launch so that we get those answers.
And how do you study mysteries like that with two impressive instruments, right?
We did build
I forgot what is it.
Coronagraph,
yeah. The thing about coronagraph, so they have the wide view tester, the one that lady's holding. Yeah, see, they just the moment I try explaining it. Yeah, the coronagraph.
of planets around other stars.
And so the coronagraph, this is a smaller
So
model.
they
Obviously,
basically
the
gonna
larger
try
one, as
to
you
do
said, is closer to the
artificial
size of
eclipsing.
a baby grand piano. Actually, the detector here, this
Damn, it's
is
big.
the actual size. So just really cool to have these visually here for us.
Yes, that is the actual size of the detector. Of course, it's
Wait,
in
what?
a camera that's the size of a commercial refrigerator.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so speaking of the coronagraph, NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory
you gonna
in
explain it,
California
ma'am?
led the design, construction, and testing of it. Leah is back this time with Jason Rhodes.
Oh
a
yeah, they're gonna explain it.
cosmologist
Okay,
at
I don't have to
JPL.
explain it.
Good morning, Megan, and good morning, Jason.
I'm
Thanks
just
so much
gonna
for
add
joining
up
us
to
all the way from
anything
JPL.
they
It's great to
say.
have you
I
with
only
us
know like a
today.
few things
So this
about
isn't the first chronograph that is actually
the
launching
idea of
into
it.
space, but it
I
is
don't
the
know
most
how it's
powerful.
implemented, but I understand the
Well, the
basic
Roman
idea of it.
chronograph will be about 100 to 1,000 times more powerful than any
Actually, I'm
chronograph
more
found in
excited about
space.
chronograph
This is
thing
because
than the
Roman
wide view
chronograph
lensing.
is going to use a number of new
Roman Lucas camera
technologies
sensor. I know,
debuted
right?
together for the first time in space. These include technologies like single photon counting detectors. When you're blocking about 100 million or a billion photons from the very bright star, for every single photon you get from the planet, each of those planet photons is precious and we want to capture it. Another of these technologies is these small deformable mirrors, about this big, and these deformable mirrors have about 2,000 pistons over the mirrors that allow us to change the shape of the mirror. And by
No, I don't
changing the
understand that
shape of the
part. It's
mirror,
pure
we're able to
engineering.
correct small imperfections in the telescope or the optics to put the starlight away so that we're only capturing the planet light on the detector. And we're going to do great science with these new technologies on Roman, but the real goal is to test them out for possible
how they
future
push out
use
the light
on a
is
future
basically
chronograph
using
that would use these,
light
to look for signs of
interferometry.
life around planets outside of our
So light is light is particle and wave at the same time. Basically, kalau kamu tahu, sound is a wave, but light is also a wave. That's why, like a few months ago, I was wondering if you can cancel out light using other light, like you do noise canceling. By noise canceling, you play the same, the same. What is it? The same audio, the same vibration, but the other way around. I don't know how to explain. I don't understand the noise canceling. But
that has a known planet. And while the Roman chronograph won't be able to look at planets as small as Earth around sun-like stars, it will allow us to take the first images of a planet like Jupiter around a sun-like star in reflected
you add more light and turn it
and that is going to be an amazing science
the thing is, you don't turn it. You just shift the wavelength. Jadi kayak, so the peak and the valley meets and in the middle. That's why it's canceling each other. But the thing about light is it's not like actual noise canceling. By noise canceling, you completely eliminates the audio, the sound. But for light interferometry, it just appears as if it doesn't have light. It's still there. It's not, but it's not gone.
Way farther from the
So you can, if you see light interferometry, it's gonna show like a radial, kayak ada lingkaran, and it's gonna be a little stripy. The parts where the light's not visible, that's where the peak and the valley meets, so it's canceling each other out. Yeah, exactly. About light, you just shift it. Digeser aja, like half lambda, half wavelength. And they do it by splitting the light, delaying it, and then meeting it again. I think that's how they do the artificial eclipsing for this. Why is this important? Because when you want to see whatever's in space that's not star, you want to not see the star because it's gonna overpower everything else. So you wanna shield the light from the star so you can see other stuff. Basically that. Well, other than that, you can actually just do the light lensing from the existence of other object in front of them. Basically like gravity lensing, because there are a large object in front of it. Either it gets dimmed or distorted.
all of the Roman data.
I think
to the
that's
public right away.
that doesn't
We will
use
be processing this quickly as
what
we
is it,
can. Almost
chronogram?
1.5 terabytes of new imagery every day.
I keep forgetting
going
what is it
live
called.
to the entire world as soon as we can take
See,
it.
I cannot explain it properly because I'm dumb. This is not my field. I just read a bunch.
So I think it's a great time to also tell people about Roman's Adopt a Pixel campaign. We're announcing this campaign for the first time.
So basically, about
on
like
this
you just
broadcast.
make
take a look
the
at
peak
your
and
screen
the
there.
wave,
One
the
Roman
valley
image will
meet.
have trillions of pixels. So we are inviting you to sign up for one of those
That's
pixels
how you say it's opposite. Even with noise.
Imagine that,
Because
Dominic,
you make the
own
peak meet
piece of the sky.
meet the valley of the
Yes,
wait.
and everybody
Yeah,
can have their
if
piece
you
of the sky
if
and see
peaks
what's there.
meet peaks, it's gonna be amplified. Yeah.
Again, named after Nancy Grace Roman. In 1960, she became NASA's first chief astronomer and the agency's first woman to hold an executive position. She championed putting telescopes in space, which paved the way for missions like today.
How many minutes?
The first encouragement
10 minutes.
I got was in my junior year at college, when the head of the physics
Oh wait, hold on.
department
I'm
came
gonna.
up to me in lab one day and
I was
said,
thinking go AFK.
"You
but
know,
no.
I usually try to talk women out of going into physics, but I think maybe you might
I'm
make
gonna
it.
go be right back for a bit.
So pick something that you want to do. In my case, I wanted to do astronomy, and I'm very glad that I did.
And we're very glad that she did too. Okay, 10 minutes, 18 seconds and counting until NASA's Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope launches. We have time now for a question from our live audience, actually. Remember that group we showed you earlier today? They were holding signs and everything like that. One of them actually sent in a question.
Great.
So let's read that question
What
now.
have they asked us?
This is Nicholas Venuti, and he wanted to know, Roman is named after Nancy Grace Roman, as we said, who believed in the Hubble telescope before anyone else. So that being said, if she could witness launch today, what do you think she would be most excited about?
Astronomy has moved on such a lot since she first conceived of the Hubble Space Telescope. We didn't know about exoplanets. We didn't know about distant black holes. We didn't know about dark energy. All these things are new. And I think what she might be most excited about, and perhaps what I'm most excited about, is that when we take these wide-field panoramic images of the universe, we will be seeing areas of space that have never been seen before. We'll be seeing the far side of our galaxy in detail for the very first time. What new things will we discover that we don't even conceive of at the moment?
Sure.
What questions will Roman answer that we don't even know how to formulate yet?
Yeah.
That's what's going to make this mission transformative and a civilization-scale experiment.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. That's what I'm most excited about. Again, some of those questions that we don't even know to ask. So, okay, let's take another look at the clock here. We are 8 minutes, 52 seconds and counting. Dominic, we've talked about this before. In 5 years' time, what do you hope we learn from Roman?
Well, with Roman, we know we're going to answer some of these questions, the fundamental ones. Are we alone? Is there a planet like the Earth out there? What is the fabric of space and time made of from dark matter and dark energy? We're going to get those answers in that sort of first 5-year survey. But we're going to have so much additional data that we're going to make available to everybody. And my greatest hope is that everybody worldwide engages in this data, helps us learn from it, helps us understand it, helps us analyze
What did
it,
I miss?
helps us make discoveries far beyond anything I could ever have imagined when we got started on this.
So, Dominic, let's get Roman to launch. You just heard that
Absolutely.
call out for RP1 loading completion. So let's take you guys through the final moments of the launch countdown with Steve and Jared here at Kennedy.
Oh my
and
God! Wait,
Falcon
8 more minutes. I'm excited.
Thanks, Megan. We're getting into those final minutes before launch, and it's definitely getting exciting. Now,
It
coming
is
up shortly,
exciting.
we should be hearing a call out for booster engine chill in just about 40 seconds or so. And that means that the 27 M1D engines on the center core and side boosters will be undergoing chill-in with locks ahead of launch. Now, liquid oxygen on board Falcon Heavy is chilled to over 300 degrees below zero and is flown at a low flow rate through the engine
Aren't you
plumbing
excited?
and
I'm
piping
excited.
prior to ignition to
TY
prevent
fuel
thermal
load
shock.
complete.
To prevent thermal shock and boil off when the ultra-cold liquid starts moving at high flow rate during launch. And as we have been loading these chilled propellants, both LOX and RP1, the temperature of the aluminum tanks has started to drop considerably, and that's what's leading to those white clouds that we can see coming off the rocket. Those clouds and vapor are from the warm, humid Florida air coming into contact with the really cold walls of the rocket, but is entirely normal and is just like when you see your breath on a cold winter day.
Engine chill has started.
And there's that call out that engine chill has started.
Engine started.
Coming up in less than a minute, we'll hear the call out that Falcon is switching over to internal power. And this means that we're disconnecting our external ground electrical supplies from the rocket, and it'll then be entirely running on its own onboard batteries. Now,
Hello, everyone. Hello, welcome,
the transporter erector.
NY fuel load complete.
The transporter erector, or TE, that you see there next to the
Oh my god, I want a snack, but I'm gonna have dinner after this.
It rolls our Falcon Heavy rocket out to the pad.
Yeah, how's everyone? Have y'all have dinner?
Through the final seconds before launch. The TE also provides fuel, power,
It's over stream. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for visiting.
Ground systems and the vehicle.
And we are 6 minutes from the launch of NASA's Roman Space Telescope atop a SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket, fueling going well this morning, both on the boosters and on the central core stage, as well as stage 2. Oxidizer load also still underway on stage 2. And Jared, we can see some of that venting that Zachary was just explaining there into the Florida sun.
Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely lots of cold liquid oxygen on that rocket, and we've had plenty of rain here lately in Florida. Luckily, looks like the weather is clear, as you can see. We're still green on the range as far as weather's concerned.
That's quite clear. It looks cloudy.
Good, so I'm thinking that we shouldn't be constrained by the weather today.
Yeah, it's clear.
This morning.
Maybe just the angle.
And launch specialists like yourself, you kind of enjoy this.
Harus pakai pawang hujan, Anjay.
That we're hearing on the.
Yeah, NASA should start
really means
hiring rain shamans.
That we're hearing are the usual ones that we would expect.
Tanks are pressing for strong back retract.
Yeah, that's for sure. And yeah, we just paused there for strong back retract call. That Falcon Heavy is getting.
Damn, I hope it's going well. It would be awkward.
Up to your flight pressures, make sure that the vehicle's nice and sturdy. As Zach mentioned before, that TE, or the transporter erector, rolls the Falcon Heavy out from the pad and then takes it vertical.
Nice.
But a little bit later here, in just maybe 15 seconds or so, you'll see the clamp arms up near the top. They'll actually pull away from the top, just below the fairing there.
Clamp arm? Oh, that tiny thing?
And then we just heard the call out for strong back retract starting,
This
which
one?
is great.
Oh, you cannot see my cursor. What the heck?
It'll recline a few degrees just to get out of the
Yeah,
way.
this one.
Falcon Heavy lights, and hopefully goes off to space here in 4.5 minutes.
And as the launch pad machinery gets ready and into its launch positions, we are expecting the NASA side, the NASA launch manager, to conduct.
NLM, it's LD looking for the NASA status check.
Yeah.
This is NLM. NASA's go for launch.
Why is it smoking
Good
though?
words there from the NASA launch manager. Go for launch this morning. We are at T-minus 3 minutes 45 seconds for heading toward an on-time liftoff just after 7:26 a.m.
3 minutes.
Roman Space Telescope.
Yeah, that NLM poll is a really important one. That's the NASA launch manager, like you said, given SpaceX launch director the go that the NASA team is ready. Behind the scenes, the NLM would have gone and polled his engineering team, the spacecraft team, safety and mission assurance, everybody on the NASA side to make sure that everybody is green and everything's looking healthy, which is great.
Wait, now that I'm not sure, do they actually use interferometry?
For launch for NASA.
It does look like one, because I see the radial stripes, and I see the vertical thingy. All green, yeah, let's go.
We also know that the spacecraft sitting on top of the nose there that's heading into space, that is on internal power. So it is running off its own batteries. Of course, it's covered up by the fairing, but it can run on those batteries for a little
Stage
bit
1 LOX load complete.
before it has to pick up some of the sun's energy.
Yep, that's for sure.
Look at
We
that.
just heard on the loops,
US
loaded
taxpayers'
for
money.
Stage 1, which is a great sign.
So we're going to go back to Hawthorne and Zach for the last 2.5 minutes before launch.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. So coming up
At this point, if I'm streaming, I'm already on the starting screen.
the call out for stage 2 launch loading completion. And at that point, the Falcon Heavy will then be fully loaded with nearly 3 million pounds of propellant comprised of RP1 and LOX. So we should be hearing that call out for
stage 2 LOX load complete.
And there's that call out right on time.
It's LOX.
Now, coming up shortly, we'll be hearing a call out for closing out of gaseous systems.
Well, this is the better way. We know it could be worse.
In order to maintain pressure in the vehicle. And we
Look at the view,
in
goddamn.
just about 15 seconds or so.
You're gonna fry the camera.
And weather, of course, is now looking beautiful.
No, wait.
Florida.
What ad? I'm gonna run the ad now.
For launch in just about a minute and a half.
So it doesn't. It's not bothering.
And there's that call out for ground gas closeouts. Now looking ahead at the T-1 minute mark, Falcon
1
Heavy
minute.
will enter startup, and the onboard flight computers will take over the launch countdown, and both stages.
I'm ad proof, yay.
Launch. So we should be hearing that startup call in just a few moments.
Ganggu.
Falcon Heavy is in startup.
And there it is. Falcon Heavy is now in startup, and those flight computers are in control of the count. So we're now just waiting on the final go, no-go from the launch director for today's mission.
The launch director is go for launch.
And great news there. The launch director has given the final go for today's mission.
So
let's
there.
sit back and watch as Falcon Heavy takes the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope to
Okay, so there are two types of countdown.
T-minus 30 seconds.
30 seconds. You know, I cannot actually do the countdown because I would have a delay.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Whoa! You feel it shaking?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition and liftoff. Go Falcon Heavy and go Roman Space Telescope.
And liftoff of NASA's Roman Space Telescope on a mission to revolutionize our understanding of the universe.
Wait, the UI is so good though.
Falcon Heavy has cleared the tower and is on its way to space.
They don't really explain it here, so I don't remember what it is, but I remember in Artemis II they explain about max Q and everything. How one goes into orbit and everything. They don't really focus on that because it's the basic of space launch. So this here they mostly focus on the Nancy Roman itself, not the launching.
Falcon Heavy soaring.
And telemetry nominal.
Falcon Heavy soaring into the Florida sky. We are
Oh yeah, I think they don't really go into lower orbit. They immediately launch into L2. Oh yeah, I guess they should. Ngapain juga anjir di lower orbit? Langsung aja ke L2.
Engines will throttle down slightly.
Oh wait, so is L2 much further than Moon? I actually don't know. Max Q. Yeah, maximum dynamic pressure.
And we heard that call out for max Q, which is the point of maximum aerodynamic pressure as the rocket is ascending. Now, coming up in just under a minute from now, we're going to have a large series of events happening.
My mom just came. I have
We'll be starting with BECO, or booster engine cutoff, where the engines on those boosters will power down. We'll then have side core separation of those two boosters. Followed by that, we will then have MECO of the main core. And then stage separation of that, as well as second engine start one following that. Now, those two boosters will be heading back to Florida today. They'll be doing boost back burns.
It's already out there. Do you see the horizon?
Kennedy in Florida.
You can see the horizon.
Now, we should be hearing that call out for BECO in
What is
just
BECO?
about 13 seconds from now.
Cepat loh ini sebenarnya. It's actually really pretty quick. I didn't realize from liftoff to max Q it's very quick. Ya, I guess. Tapi gini dari darat ke sana tuh jauh sih. Apa dekat? Oh yeah, they're gonna
We saw
reclaim the
stage
booster.
separation, and you can actually see the view from the main core on the left, and then the two side cores on the right-hand side of your screen.
What is that?
PY boost back startup. NY boost back startup.
Oh.
And there's confirmation of the boost back startup on those two side core boosters. So at this point, both Falcon Heavy side boosters are performing their boost back burns, which is the first of 3 burns each side booster will undergo on the way back to Cape Canaveral Space Force Station.
Oh yeah, they're reclaiming the
primary
boosters.
objective of the boost back burn is to quickly reorient the side boosters onto the required return trajectories, and this is required in the event of a return to a launch site as opposed to a drone ship ocean recovery.
The thing about Earth and Moon itu jauh banget sebenarnya. Bumi sama bulan, it's not as close as we might imagine it. It's very far, relatif dari ukurannya ya. You can stack a bunch of Earth between Earth and Moon.
Now, the engines on that center core are still
And I
burning
think
right now. They're set to burn for
this is much
another
further
12
than that.
seconds or so.
Mungkin lebih jauh deh
And
daripada
then
ke
they'll
bulan.
throttle down, and we'll have
Karena this is Lagrange point between Earth and Sun, and it takes a lot longer than Artemis II. Although I don't actually know, I might be wrong.
PY boost back shutdown. NY boost back shutdown. Pico. Stage separation.
What is this? Nancy Roman rocket launch. Space Telescope. Mereka ngerilis.
Main core and
Yeah.
second stage separate from one another.
Rocket launching teleskop baru.
Second engine startup, and you can see the
Ini penerusnya Hubble
there on your
Telescope.
screen.
Welcome, Oji. Hello.
Behind it.
Bearing separation confirmed.
And we also just heard confirmation of fairing separation. As I said earlier, those fairing halves are no longer needed. And you can see one there on your screen.
Wait, what is fairing? Covernya Nancy Roman or something? So does it mean it's completely outside the atmosphere?
Payload fairing jettisoned.
All vehicles are following nominal trajectories.
Ya, aku bingungnya apakah mereka bawa yang lain atau is it just Nancy Roman or are they doing something else? They're only on outer atmosphere. Yeah.
Really, just getting spacecraft's just sending its pulse over.
You can see the fabric of Nancy Roman. Yeah, it's gonna unflap when it's out. Wait, no.
Coming up here in a minute or so. That'll be the first opportunity that the spacecraft can go and quote-unquote talk to the
No, wait, they don't actually have to reach L2 before they unflap it. Karena di tengah-tengah tuh, mereka udah bisa, somewhere in the middle, they can actually start observing.
You can see there the nozzle extension glowing orange as it's going around.
I kind of wonder how they do that. Karena if you're observing, you have to point it. But also then you have to point to another direction. Harus ke L2 kan? Berarti benar bumi itu bulat. People gonna say this is AI, this is edited. Photoshop no more. It's now people say it's AI.
Roman telescope won't really open its eyes, so to speak.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
Until later in the mission when it gets out to that Lagrange 2 point about 1 million miles from Earth.
I still think Lagrange point is so interesting. I still don't understand how it is orbitically stable.
NY entry burn startup.
And nominal trajectory so far. Very exciting moment for the spacecraft team.
Entry burn?
For sure. UI entry burn shutdown.
Ini boosternya.
Yeah, Steve. So we just had
entry burn shutdown.
We just had the entry burns on those side core boosters as they're making their way back to Earth right now. Now, as mentioned earlier, we will be attempting to recover both side boosters, which are targeting a landing at landing zone 40 and a landing.
I still think it's interesting though. They can actually reclaim the boosters.
And you can actually.
They have landing zone. It's not in the ocean. Di darat, anjir.
Of those side boosters via the.
Because one of the boosters has already been used. Yang satu baru, yang satu udah kayak second lah.
We're just waiting for those landing burns to start up in just about 10 seconds from now.
Aku agak nyesel sih waktu on Artemis II. I do not watch the apa sih namanya? The re-entry, yeah, that's what it's called. I didn't watch the re-entry. What the heck?
And
Teknologi ya?
PY landing confirmed.
Teknologi.
And Y landing confirmed.
This is the first time I see it happening. Holy shit. This is NASA, not SpaceX. It's both. Jadi nerbanginnya itu pakai SpaceX. Tapi for research, it's still NASA. Dan si Romannya sendiri punya NASA. Tapi roketnya kayaknya SpaceX. There was a handout dari NASA terus dikasih ke SpaceX untuk di-attach ke roketnya. Yeah. I think they had to choose between a few companies. Kayaknya tender deh. I'm not sure what's happening, but between SpaceX and two others, they announced it's SpaceX.
And this is known as Second Engine Cutoff 1 or SECO 1. And
Amazing.
we should be hearing that call out here shortly, and afterwards
I
we'll just be
genuinely did not expect it to stay upright.
Nominal orbit insertion.
Serial umani crash.
And there's that call out for nominal orbital insertion after we
Well, someone has to burn money, I guess.
MVAC engine on the second stage there. So
trial and error if you have enough money.
Before the next milestone for the mission, SES-2, when the MVAC engine on the second stage restarts as it continues to its orbital destination.
Damn.
So let's hop back over to
See you in 100 days.
Kennedy Space Center in Florida. How did that launch look, guys?
Wait, hold on.
Amazing. Almost didn't make it back here.
Website udah muncul belum ya?
We went outside to watch
The
it.
Roman Research Nexus.
Would actually happen, and it is here and far more beautiful than I could have anticipated.
Yeah, how
Megan,
does it
I'm
feel?
so glad that we've done
You were here,
I'm so glad. Thank you so much for sharing it. Oh yeah, no, thank you for sharing it with us. Again, what you guys
Rather
and
than the
team
rocket
have,
launch itself, aku
developed
lebih
here is
update ke the space itself.
In order to provide
Interesting.
emotionally impactful and scientifically impactful imagery for all of humanity.
Because I mostly like the photos.
We have managed to achieve.
Makanya aku lebih up to date sama yang like James Webb rather than the thingy. I was Artemis when they're already spaceborne. Aku justru pas launchnya and when they're airborne, I didn't have time back then.
And liftoff. Go Falcon Heavy and go Roman Space Telescope.
Again, NASA is hoping this mission will help answer some of the biggest mysteries in the universe, and in order to do that, it has to go more than 1 million
I need to read more about the coronagraph thingy.
When could we start seeing
Of course, yang lebih exciting bakal the wide view is more exciting because they're gonna generate more 3D
a million miles is a
wallpaper.
long distance. It'll take about 3 months.
The technology-wise,
for
they're
Roman to
kinda
get out
simple.
there. We'll be turning it on and commissioning the observatory.
Eating a burger without honey mustard.
We can begin
I never
taking
eaten honey mustard.
Observations right away, and those data will start to become available and public around early 2027.
It's human achievement,
and we'll
yeah.
be releasing them every day as we process the data.
I can't
from then
wait.
on.
Can you wait just a couple more months?
We can wait a couple more months because we've got a heavy load of work
Couple
to
months
turn
indeed.
this instrument on and
Tahu
make
nggak
it
sih?
as
Kayaknya
amazing
duluan.
as it was designed to be.
It's
Absolutely. And
Hoshino's birthday gonna come earlier than Nancy Roman reaching a long range too.
Questions about anything that we're talking
Yes,
about, send them our way by
Hoshino birthday countdown is
anywhere where you're
also
watching this broadcast. Okay, Roman is a flagship mission, as we've been saying, for NASA science. With our Leah Martin now is Nikki Fox, an associate administrator for NASA's Science Mission Director.
Basically,
and
the stream
Sean
is over. We're just
D'Amato-Goldman,
chilling now.
NASA's Astrophysics Division Director.
Hi, Megan. Like you said, I'm joined here by Nikki and Sean, and I have to say I was able to watch your faces right after that mission launch. I don't think I have ever seen two people more excited probably to see a spacecraft lift off. So congratulations,
The
first
science
of all,
conference
to the
was
both of you. Extraordinary
was
launch.
amazing.
Being able to see your
Because you can tell they're all nerds.
You're very kind not saying you saw both of us crying.
Project Hail Mary, let's go!
Incredible moment.
Yeah.
Nikki, we've talked a lot about the incredible volume of
love
information
Project Hail
that
Mary.
this mission is going to be able to give us. How is that going to bring us a little bit closer to answering those profound questions we have in humanity. Are we alone? Are there other universes like this? Are we correct in what we know about our own universe?
Absolutely. I mean, Roman
Ada
is
lain
going
kali
to
kah? Okay.
revolutionize the way we look at
I'm
our
not sure.
universe. It is going
Aku
to
juga tahu
measure
ini like
dark
a week
matter,
ago.
which is, I know that sounds bizarre,
And
but
I
it's
made the
like the
thumbnail last
fabric
minute.
of the universe. It's the
It is
thing
what it
you
is.
can't see, but we know it's there. It's going to measure dark energy, which kind of
It kinda
powers the
depends
universe.
on
And
the
they have
thing.
that sort of a cosmic struggle between dark matter that wants to pull things
I don't
together
like
and
this
dark
one, you
energy
know
that
apa?
wants to push things
Gonna eat it.
apart. And that will allow us to finally kind of explain our
Jenny,
universe
curious, do we have
and
the power to do-
understand our place
The thing
in it.
about Project
Not
Hail
only that,
Mary
it's gonna
is,
find a whole
I
ton,
think
like tens of thousands of exoplanets. Planets that we
we
don't
just
even
lack
know
the
are there.
astrophage, and
Billions
maybe
of
the way to
galaxies,
make someone
tens
coma
of
for a long
billions
time.
of
I don't know about
stars.
that
It's
one.
just a spectacular mission.
That's why
Oh my
I
goodness,
kind of
it's so
want
poetic
to
the
buy
way
the
you
book
lay
because
it
I
out
want to
like
see
that.
the
And,
calculations and
Sean,
stuff.
for you, this is just
'Cause
one
I know I
of
understand the
many
rough
telescopes
idea
that we
about
actually have in the NASA fleet. Tell us,
relativity
how
and
does
stuff,
this
but
work together with
well,
the other instruments that we have in space to be able to get a better picture?
just a rough
of
idea.
the
That's
universe
why
in
I'm
which we
kind of
live?
confused.
So thank you. The best way I could describe that is imagine you're taking pictures of a
The
forest.
coma stuff,
you want to
yeah.
get pictures of not just the forest and the trees,
I don't
but
know
the
how
birds,
they do
on
that.
the leaves and on the branches of those trees. We have special telescopes like Hubble and James Webb that zoom in and take pictures of those birds. And we have other telescopes that do the panorama, that get the whole
Untuk buku I'm
forest.
afraid not enjoying it.
Roman
Wait,
is
really?
a superpower because it can do both. It can get the whole forest and then zoom in at the exact same time and count
Just buy
the
the
birds
Indonesian
on
if
the
you don't
branches of
want
those
to.
trees.
Biar enggak.
And when you think about
so
it,
you
like,
don't
what
invest
you're doing, that you're doing
in
ecology,
too
except
much
these
money
aren't
for the
birds and
import
trees
one.
and forests.
Although
We're
I think
counting
I
supernovae
kind of
and
want
galaxies, so
the
we can
imported
study
one.
effectively the
Yang asli bahasa
ecology of the
Inggris
known
ya.
universe the way that Nikki just described. So
Because
it's
I remember, I
thing,
heard.
and I'm just
Siapa
honestly
sih namanya?
thankful
The writer is
for
actually a
just
good
how many
writer.
human beings put their
It's not
hands on this
just
thing, not
by
their
English
literal
translation.
fingerprints, but their hearts and souls went into it, and we're so thankful for all the people that made this happen.
Oh, well, Sean and Nikki,
I
thank
mostly
you
want to
both so
see
much for being
the
here again, and
the
congratulations
technicals,
on a
the
beautiful,
details.
beautiful
I might not
launch.
understand it,
Thank
but at
you.
least it's gonna be like a
Such a
jumping
good
point for
day.
me.
Megan, we're gonna go back to you.
Just with it right now. But that's so real though.
I am as excited as they are, as well as those folks here right in front of the countdown clock again.
I also
14
bought a book
minutes
like a week
after
ago.
Launch. Look at them there with their signs, waving, jumping. I love that so much.
Oh yes.
Again,
It
so much
was
excitement around
Sweta
this launch
Kartika's new
again, because
novel.
you can just discover
I already
so much
bought
we
the first
don't
and
know
second
about our
one
own
like 5
universe.
years ago.
So again, we've been taking
And I
some
think
of
he
your
just
great
released
questions
the
live
third
throughout the
one.
show, so we have time for more now. Why don't we pull up the first one on our screen?
Journal of Terror, Sweta Kartika. It's actually a comic artist daripada writer.
Energy, dark matter,
So you can kind of tell from the first book, it's kind of the writing is kind of rough, but
such amazing potential
apa namanya ya? Selama kamu baca, you can tell he's warming up to writing. That's how I see it.
We can see with Roman's
He is a good writer.
all the way to the center
At
of
least
our
and
galaxy
making stories,
and
because
beyond and through and out the other side.
how
That's a
many
part
times
of our own home
udah berapa
galaxy
lama
that
sekarang
we've never
dia?
seen in detail before.
Wow.
We will
I
find
first know
tens
him
of
like 10 years
billions of
ago.
stars, young stars, old
So
stars,
maybe 20
stars
years
all the way
now?
across. It'll be
He's
the
been writing,
largest
quote
astronomical
unquote.
catalog in the history of astronomy.
Wow, I'm actually getting goosebumps. Look at it, goosebumps as you're
I
talking
guess
about it. 'Cause
Journal of
again,
Terror
just
is
to
now
discover so
a whole
much is
IP.
so intriguing. All right, let's take another question now.
My first book is Oscar Pelangi.
what else do we
Oh
have?
yeah, it's been a while.
What will the next future telescope be like? Great
Oh yeah,
question.
what's the next
Well,
one?
the Roman coronagraph is designed to test out those new technologies, as we
Oh.
heard about from Dr. Jason Rhodes earlier today. It is a very complex set of new technologies that will block the light of a star so we can see the reflected light of planets.
Oh yeah, because
orbiting
it's
around a star.
dynamic. The
Roman can
chronograph is
see
dynamic.
A planet like Jupiter around a star like our sun. The next observatory will have a similar chronograph that can detect an Earth around a sun-like star.
So smaller.
Why they
and
keep talking about
closer.
dark
That's
matter?
really
I
incredible.
guess because dark
So for
matter
more than
is
2.5
the
centuries, America has pushed
yang
the
lagi
boundaries
paling
of
di
space
riset sekarang.
exploration, and it
Because
continues
they
today
figured
with
out that
Roman's
the
journey to
universe
deep space.
is accelerating. Expansinya accelerating, not decelerating.
13 colonies laid the foundation for the greatest and most
So there
enduring
is a theory
democracy in the
that
history
something
of the
is out
world,
there pushing things apart.
one driven by courage,
Entah apa. So they currently we call it dark matter. It might just because of gravity might not be working the way we think about. That's why there are still a lot of questions, and we just gonna see what's gonna we discover.
Invented tools
Okay.
that shaped the modern world.
Yeah, you should.
Found light in the dark.
I think itu progressionnya sekarang lagi di dark matter sih.
Faster,
Maybe both expansion of universe is kind of related. Terus juga kayak, do you know we have like a bubble in space? Clusters of galaxy. I think it's also related to dark matter. Negative matter, maybe. Tapi I think this is different from antimatter. Antimatter is more quantum. Karena antimatter is like the opposite of matter. If the two been made, it's gonna make apa sih namanya? I remember they're trying to make antimatter bomb or something. I don't know. Kalau antimatter tuh quantum. Ini mostly space sih.
Because in every era,
I might be
across
wrong.
every horizon, America is at its best when it's reaching for something greater. America celebrates 250 years, and we are leading the world into the future.
This is something that is for physical.
Now, once operational at L2, Roman will help us study things like dark matter and dark energy. But again, we've been saying they're invisible.
Okay, I don't know about dark
so
energy.
How do you see things
Maybe
like
it's
that?
just interchangeable at this point because we don't know what it is
And
yet.
Dominic's going to explain.
Well, Megan, everything in the universe that has mass has gravity associated with that mass.
Oh, yeah.
Gravity bends
You're explaining
light,
it.
distorts light, and it therefore distorts images.
Okay.
So when we look out into the universe, past all that dark matter, the gravity of that dark matter distorts the images of the galaxies we see beyond it.
Okay.
What?
And so
Wait.
we can use this as a tool when we measure
Wait, we
the
can gravity
distortions
lens.
of those galaxies.
Huh?
We can infer
We can gravity lensing dark matter?
between us and them, and we can
Huh?
make a three-dimensional map of all of the foam of dark matter that's out there for the first time.
I think I followed you, but you said that there's a visual way to show this.
Let's
for folks,
demonstrate
right? Yes,
this.
thank you. I'm a visual person.
It's a great thing. So since we're going to be ready to celebrate, we have our champagne flutes.
Oh, yeah,
The
they're gonna
champagne
explain gravity
flutes will be
lensing.
our dark matter.
Okay.
They're clear, right? It's
Sure,
invisible.
invisible.
More or less invisible. And our galaxies will be our iconic Roman Space Telescope logo.
Okay.
Now, the pattern of galaxies is a little like the pattern of letters.
I mean, it's very
recognizable. You know
iconic.
what letters should look like.
Mhm.
But when dark matter
the iconic part of
intervenes
it.
between us and those letters or those galaxies,
Mm-hmm.
as we distort the imagery,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can see the words space telescope are distorted by that dark matter.
I see. I see.
And we can make those maps, and we can then see where the dark matter is distorting the distant galaxies.
Hey, dark
and
matter distorted
infer
too?
where that dark matter is.
Right.
Just like you could figure out the word space telescope and figure out how much glass is in between the camera and the
Usually,
image.
So again,
kalau aku
y-
kepikirannya
you
biasanya
might
ini black
not be
holes
able
sih.
to see the dark matter, the dark energy itself, but because it's distorting things behind it, you're like, something's there.
Yes, because dark matter
Hmm.
moves the light around, just like dark energy moves things around in
Wait,
space.
it's different
We don't
things?
see them directly, but
Okay,
we
I'm
see
not
their
that up to date
impact
then.
on the universe. And since dark matter and dark energy are 95% of the total matter and energy that's out there, they dominate everything. All the stars, all the galaxies,
And I thought
they
it's
are
speculation.
there because
What did I
dark
miss?
matter and dark energy have pushed them and pulled them to be there. And we would like to understand how those work, because that gets at the very fabric of our universe. How did the universe come to be the way
Increasing
it is?
telescope
Sure,
usage.
really clever.
Yeah, I
A
guess we
clever
can
tool
only
that we're using
observe it
here.
through light. That's
now,
why.
Roman's wide field instrument will use this technique along with other methods to explore our universe on an enormous, unprecedented
There are a lot of methods
scale. But
to
why does
thing,
seeing that
to
much
find
of the
things
sky
out
at
there.
once
One of it is
matter?
gravity
Leah is
lensing.
back with her next guest. Hey, Leah.
What research they do now?
Good morning, Megan. Nice to see you again. I'm here joined
Nancy Roman
by
itself,
Ami
I guess
Choi,
it's
who's
mostly just
actually our
lensing.
wide-field instrument
Just taking the
scientist
pictures
here on the Roman
and
mission. Ami, thank you
I
so much
forgot
for
what
joining
range
us
Nancy
today.
Roman is.
So we just saw Amy
Basically
and
just
Dominic
taking
demonstrating
data.
how this wide-field instrument
Specifically
actually
which
works. But why do you want
research,
to map the
I am
sky
not
on this
sure.
scale? What does it
But they have
actually
like
tell
two
us?
equipments mainly.
To
I
understand
don't think
the
they have.
universe's biggest
I don't think they have
questions
more. It's
about
just
dark matter,
the
dark energy,
wide view
and
lens
planets
one
beyond our solar system.
and the logo, and the
need
other one is the
both
corona
the finer
graph.
details and the
The
really
corona
big
graph,
picture.
it's to
And
find
imagine photographing a landscape, as Sean just mentioned
exoplanets,
earlier.
or maybe
Instead of
rock
just
planets.
a
I don't
single
know.
tree here or a
I'll be
mountain peak
living.
there.
Yeah,
we get the whole
and
picture, and
thank
those
you for
patterns,
coming.
that are revealed can help us put the whole picture together.
And how is this different from other instruments that we have currently in space? We talked a little bit about the.
I thought you're
different
gonna catch a
instruments
black
that are on-
matter.
How does, that
Well,
are on,
maybe
on
first we
Roman, but how
gotta
does this one
observe it
actually
first.
Work differently.
Roman combines Hubble's sharpness, but with 100 times the field of view. And so that means we don't
100
lose the
times
finer
bigger
details,
than
but we
Hubble,
can very
basically,
efficiently
yeah.
map out the sky like very large
You
volumes.
cannot
of
wait to see the
sky.
next iteration
And
of
we can also point at a new location
apa
with
namanya?
Roman and settle down very quickly.
Pillar
and
of
so we spend more
Creation,
time
yeah.
taking pictures
We have the
than,
Hubble
just
version,
waiting.
James Webb version, and
so
we're gonna have
with the
anti-Roman
speed, we'll actually
version.
be able to get some more of that data. We'll be able to get more of it quicker and be able to understand.
When Ellen
and
gonna
kind
come
of
to our
unravel some
universe,
of
please
those
hurry.
mysteries a
I
little
think
bit
they're
faster.
avoiding us at this point.
So currently we know of about 6,000 exoplanets, but how many more are you guys anticipating that this wide field instrument will reveal?
We're anticipating around 100,000 new
Wait, I thought it's
previously
10,000.
undiscovered exoplanets, including about 1,000 that will be revealed through microlensing.
So in anti-Roman, they expect to find
and so we will
Jupiter
learn a lot
twins,
about
so basically
cold, rocky
gassy planets.
And potentially some in the habitable
it's
zones
easier
of
to
those
find
stars.
them and bigger.
Really? Okay, so
But the Earth-like
so you're
planets,
actually looking.
it might be on the
is
next
this going
iteration
to
of
be used
the
in conjunction
telescope.
maybe with the other Habitable Worlds Observatory that we heard Dr. Fox talking about a little bit earlier.
That's right, and it'll help pave the way for habitable
Belum
worlds.
makan deh.
Fantastic. Ami, thank you so much for
Did
joining
you know
us
they already
today.
found
And,
antimatter? Yeah, I heard
Megan
about
and
it.
Dominic, we're going to send it back to you.
Thank you so much,
More
guys.
like
Another
I
look
think
at the
they
crowd there.
they
23
create, they try
minutes
to
after
generate
launch,
it or
and we're still
something,
so
and it
excited
takes a
to
lot
be
of
here
energy to
as we
make one, and it
continue to
immediately
follow along
disappears.
as the Falcon Heavy second stage continues its journey out with Roman.
Because,
So let's head back to SpaceX for that next operational
Because
milestone.
we are all made of matter. That's why it's hard to find antimatter.
Thanks, Megan. Now, just to recap everything that's happened so far, we had an on-time liftoff of Falcon Heavy from historic Launch Complex 39A in Florida at 7:26 a.m. Eastern Time. A few minutes after that, we jettisoned the two side cores, with the center core jettisoned shortly
I'm gonna
after.
end the stream soon.
And those two side core boosters
This particle
performed
accelerator.
pushback burns
Ah,
and made their way
yeah.
back to Florida for
Particle
landings at
accelerator.
landing
I know
zone
what
2
that one.
and landing zone 40, and you can see those there on your screen. Landing zone 40 on the left and landing zone 2 on the right.
Oh wait,
And the
they already
second
claimed
stage
both of
performed
them.
the
We don't see
first
the
of
the
two
second
burns,
one.
which lasted about 4.5 minutes.
Nice.
Next major milestone coming up in just under 30 seconds from now will be the second engine light on that MVAC. And that burn is set to last for about 2 minutes and will be the second and final burn of those two burns needed to send the Roman Space Telescope on its way to the Sun-Earth L2 point. Now, as mentioned earlier, L2
Okay,
is
I'm not
the
finishing the
launch point
stream
on the
then. I'm
opposite
gonna
side of
I'm gonna
Earth
wait.
from the sun, which is approximately
We're gonna go
4
to
times farther
L2.
from Earth than the moon. So we should be
Given
hearing
a
that call
vacuum
out
still
for
has matters
LCS2
in it.
momentarily.
I need to. The thing is, I keep reading about Lagrange point every single time it come up. In any form it's coming up, either when we're talking about orbit, satellite orbit, or apa sih namanya? Even orbit stability. I keep coming up with apa sih namanya? Gue ngomong apa sih udah
Now, we are, of course,
capek
able
anjir
to
nggak tahu
monitor
kenapa.
the vehicle's telemetry.
I keep hearing about Lagrange point, and whenever I look it up,
graphics that we have at the bottom of your
I keep
screen
getting
there.
confused.
The
Aku
engine
tuh selalu
that
buka
is
Wikipedia
currently firing
Lagrange
is, of
point, and I
course,
still
the
don't
Roman
get it.
vacuum or MVAC engine
Like, why?
located on the second stage. Now, this engine has a much
I
larger
get the
nozzle than the
idea,
sea-level M1D engines located
but
at the
still, why?
bottoms of the 3 boosters that made up the first stage. Now, we unfortunately don't have views
It's also very
of
interesting, 'cause-
that engine burning right now.
Apa ya?
Now, that extended nozzle allows for optimal performance
It's locked in
of this
place
engine
in
when
relative to
operating in
Earth.
the vacuum of space where there's no atmosphere to burn in. Each M1D engine can produce a max thrust of about 190,000 pounds of force at sea level,
I look
whereas
for a
this MVAC
video,
engine can
yeah.
output about 220,500 pounds of
Lagrange
thrust in
point
vacuum.
explanation.
Now, we've still got about 30 seconds left of this MVAC engine burn. Taking a look ahead in the mission, about 5 minutes after the conclusion of this burn, we will then have payload deployment.
Like I said,
of the
I'm not
Roman
an
Space
expert. I'm just
Telescope,
dumb,
and that deployment is
excited
set
person.
For the T+31 minute and 31 second mark. And we should be hearing that call out for SECO 2 in just about 10 seconds from now.
Oh, it's still accelerating. What?
And just standing by for that call out of SECO 2.
G-Force Zero? What? Hey, that's... Oh.
On
That
your
was
screen right now,
you're
you can-
excited.
And there we heard that call out for a nominal orbital insertion. And with that, we've still got one more major event coming up, which is the most important one, and that is, of course, payload deployment of the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope in just under 5 minutes. How are things looking over at Kennedy, Megan?
It was on zero.
Over here.
Like just a few seconds ago, it was
we can't wait to see
G3.
the live images of Roman's deployment.
And suddenly
into space.
it drops to zero.
Told you about
Interesting.
Roman's wide field instrument, the mission's primary science instrument, but Roman has
oh,
a
so basically,
instrument, and
even
that is
after
its
escaping
a technology
atmosphere,
demonstration
so,
designed and built by NASA
gravity.
Jet
Okay.
Propulsion Laboratory to
Interesting.
test how we can block the bright glare
So you
of a star
escape atmosphere
to see
first
the
before
much
orbit.
fainter planets orbiting around it. So Dominic, that could eventually help future telescopes, we were talking about this before, maybe find other planets like or solar system like ours.
Megan, this is an extraordinarily challenging problem.
I think I'm gonna wrap the stream though.
Planet being lost in the glare of the light of a star. A planet like Jupiter is 10 million times fainter than the star that it's
Oh yeah,
around.
they explained this one on the conference too.
Billionth
Oh my
as
God.
bright
You don't
as the
have
star.
June space.
So you have to block that starlight exquisitely. The Roman coronagraph
I mean,
demonstrates
yeah,
all
of
the
course,
technologies
doesn't
necessary to
technically
do
doesn't have
this for
gravity.
the very first time in space.
Maybe
And a
relative
future
to Earth.
telescope, the Habitable Worlds Observatory,
Wait, how do you
will then
even
carry that forward
how do you even
to
calculate
measure
that?
the light of an Earth-like planet around a Sun-like star, look at its atmosphere, and tell us whether there are potentially signs of life on other worlds.
Again,
Meal
just
for
always
thought.
advancing what we do here at NASA. I love that.
Pushing the boundaries of capability and knowledge
I love that.
every day.
All right, we are now just a few minutes away from Roman separating from the Falcon Heavy second
Wait,
stage.
what?
Our broadcast
There's-
will end shortly after
oh.
that, but you can keep learning more about this mission here.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Cause kayaknya aku ngerasa mereka tuh punya dua satelit. They have two satellite going out. Nancy Roman is gonna go to Lagrange 2, and Falcon Heavy is gonna go to Europa.
So you're asking for the
Was it
10-second
Europa?
description of how the
We'll go
universe
now.
entirely
Thank you for
works.
streaming this. Yeah, thank you for coming.
We're building
I'm also gonna finish
one
the
of a
stream up.
kind satellites.
Whoa.
It's never been built before. No one's going to build this again.
Want to go deeper? Find the story behind Roman at
I
nasa.gov/podcasts.
kind of understand why people are more excited about
wherever you
Artemis
get
2
your
than Nancy
podcasts.
Roman. Because obviously you have people, you have person
The
inside
idea of pulling back
inside the
the
spacecraft.
curtain on so much of the universe that we still don't
Yeah,
know yet
Orion's
is super
cooler.
intriguing, not just for scientists, but also artists too, like singer-songwriter Jewel.
Anyway, they're going to celebrate it now, whatever.
It's Jewel, and as you may know, I make artwork using astrophysical data. And
Thank
there
you
would be
guys
no
for
data
coming.
more fascinating than dark
And
energy and
wait,
dark
when will be my
matter.
next stream? I
And
forgot.
so it is with this great wish of great success
I don't know if I'm gonna
and
stream next Tuesday, though.
Godspeed that
Maybe,
I wish
maybe not.
The Nancy Grace Roman Space
We shall see.
Telescope. So exciting.
Maybe. Selasa Kamis, Kamis
We're
Jumat.
expecting Roman to soon separate from the Falcon
I'm gonna
Heavy
decide
second
later.
stage, so let's watch
Anyway,
that moment unfold
we
with Steve and Jared.
talk about a lot of
Thanks,
things.
Megan. We are about a minute and a
Tadi
half
apa
away
aja
from
ya?
that expected separation
Oh yeah, about
of the
my
Roman
trip
Space
yesterday,
Telescope
and
from the
then
Falcon Heavy second stage that has
I talk
gotten-
about
gotten
Artemis 2,
into,
Nancy
into orbit
Roman.
and on its way to the
We watched
Lagrange
the
2
countdown.
point. Jared, exciting morning so
And
far?
yeah.
So far, so
My-
good. Everything's been right down the middle.
And
as
I
far as
got shadow banned
stage
3
2, burn 1
times.
and burn 2
Thank you,
have been
TikTok.
perfect. And so, really, really great so far. Been a great morning.
I'll see you guys
And
next
also, we,
stream.
do have
Maybe next rocket stream
confirmation,
in
we get,
in a
confirmation
year.
from the spacecraft
Artemis 3
itself,
maybe. I don't know. Maybe
early in
something
the launch,
exciting gonna
around
come up
7 minutes or
sooner.
so,
I'll never know.
first
I'm gonna
acquisition
figure.
of signal or pulse from
I'm
the
gonna find
spacecraft.
out like a week before, and suddenly, whoops.
That was a big
Rocket launch
milestone
stream
as
again.
well.
Thank you for coming, and I'll see you guys next stream.
For another
Maybe
30
offline in the server. I don't know. I'll see you guys later.
30 seconds before,
Otsukare sama deshita.
before that
Love you. Bye
separation comes,
bye.
Roman is, of course, recharging its battery.